Hey, yo, what's good, what's good, what's good? Welcome to Reflections of a DJ, the R.O.A.D podcast presented by DJ City and Beat Source. I'm one of your hosts, DJ Crooked. We got DJ Never here.
Yo, what up?
We got DJ D Miles.
What's good, what's good?
We got Jamie the Great.
Yeah.
We got Nudia, our associate producer.
Hey.
Hello.
What's good? First recording of 2022. What's good, fellas?
Man,
what's
yeah,
good, my
man.
lady?
Feeling
Everything
better.
good?
Feels good.
Feels good to be back.
I haven't seen y'all in a minute.
I know I miss you guys.
Yeah.
I was down.
A lot's been going on. 2022 starting off with a banger, right?
A lot, man.
Yeah.
A lot of shit's going on.
Yeah.
The Raiders are officially in the playoffs, right?
Yes.
dope.
Yeah. Gang.
That's really dope for the city, man.
You know what? I have to admit that I was wrong about the Raiders Stadium.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah,
Because
you
I-
said Mexicans were going to run amok.
I didn't say Mexicans. I just said people, Bay Area people are gonna,
Yeah.
take over the city.
Yeah.
No. But I didn't think it would affect the city this much. But it's actually been really good. I think it's been like we went to a Raiders game.
Yeah, I'm a Raiders fan now. Big
Yeah,
Raider
you are?
fans over here.
One game and a fan now.
Yo, but it's like I don't know if you guys have been to the game, but it's like nonstop entertainment. It's
No,
just,
it's a lot
I
of shit.
haven't. I've been to the stadium once, but it was like a concert going on. But I haven't seen when it's the football game.
no, it's just nonstop.
well, they have acts there like every week, right? Like every week there's someone performing.
I mean, like when
and-
we were there, Dionne Warwick sang.
She sang.
Did she
No
really?
way.
And then Montel Jordan did the national anthem.
He did dance.
What?
It was
That's
fucking
crazy.
weird.
He did the national. I can't even picture
Every
that.
Grammy nominated artist performed. Like,
Wow.
when
It
you
was
guys
just
were there.
Dionne Warwick was weird though.
That was out of nowhere. I
was out
wasn't
of
expecting
nowhere.
that shit.
What did she sing? She
That's kind
sang.
of great.
I
though.
forgot, man. I was trying to think.
She sang this it was beautiful.
So it was like at halftime or something? Like,
The
No,
sound-
before the game started, she performed.
and
Yeah.
now, special guest Dionne Warwick.
Yeah, we were like Dionne Warwick. We were just like looked
Now,
over there.
Welcome
No,
to the fields.
but they ain't fucking around. Like it just kept going. Like the halftime
Yeah.
show was like something else.
They had a band playing. Yeah.
It was just non fucking stop. It was just like there was no dead air in the fucking stadium. If there like when there was a timeout or anything,
Yeah.
it was just
Something was
constant
going on.
entertainment.
Yeah.
Now that's dope because I feel like with the Golden Knights, they
Yeah.
do the same thing. They say like it's a different hockey experience. Like it's they incorporate Vegas in entertainment.
Yeah.
And so they do that, I guess, with the Raiders too, right? Like incorporate entertainment and
And then after the game, they had the club, the lounge.
Well, it's during the game too.
During the game, yeah.
It's the Winfield Club.
Winfield, yeah.
Yo, that's next level.
Yeah, man.
DJ Dash was he
the
was spinning
resident
there.
there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was really a new and different experience for Vegas.
Yeah.
I think it kind of like fits all together, right?
Yeah.
Because you're getting
Yeah.
that Vegas like all-star VIP treatment,
Atmosphere, too.
but then it's like you're kind of like bringing it
In a
to
football
like
game?
Yeah, to a football game.
Yeah.
And then like I think they're gonna have the Oakland A's in Vegas, right? They're gonna
That's the rumor going around.
they were
yeah.
gonna do it at the Rio, but they're gonna do it at the Tropicana now.
That's what I'm hearing.
I mean,
Oh,
I
wow.
mean,
So they're gonna tear down the Tropicana and
Yeah.
put a stadium
that's the
there?
story. I mean, they said it was gonna be at the
That's the
Rio,
rumor?
but now it's gonna be at the Tropicana.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, that's dope.
Kind of all around the same area as the T-Mobile and the
Yeah.
Allegiant.
I'm just worried that it's gonna like make going to the airport like more of a headache.
Like
But
it's
maybe-
going to turn into like New York, LA. Like
Yeah,
we're going to
traffic.
get that level of traffic.
like
soon.
Tropicana is gonna be so congested.
Yeah.
You know, it's already
Central
congested
Boulevard in
now.
LA, Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be with the T-Mobile. Like imagine if something going on at T-Mobile and then something's going on
Raiders Stadium.
Raider Stadium. Well, I don't know if it's gonna happen at the same time, but if
It's possible.
They do concerts there. They do concerts at Raiders.
The fall season is when it's going to get congested.
Yeah, because you
That's
have all
every
three
time.
sports going on at the same
All
time.
three sports going at the same time.
Jesus, do you think it's ever gonna be NBA? Like
That's
yeah.
another
Oh, for
rumor.
sure.
Rumor going around
For
and they
sure.
trying to work that out.
The
also.
rumor is it's between us, Seattle,
And Portland.
and yeah. I think Portland might move, right?
Oh, yeah, Portland might move.
Yeah. So they're
so the Trailblazers are gonna come to Vegas.
well, they were saying one organization may move, and then they're gonna have two expansion teams, so two new teams. So I think Seattle might get the new team.
What is it? Oh, okay.
Because originally they had the Supersonics,
Yeah.
which they turned into the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah.
They moved. So now Seattle.
Oh wait, there's no Sonics.
No,
Jesus
the Sonics. Wait, the Sonics haven't been since 2007.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Like they've been in, like dead. Like there's no franchise. They only have the Seattle Mariners and the Seattle Seahawks football.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I
didn't know
I
that.
stopped
So
watching the NBA. When
they're supposed to get another franchise there, and then we're supposed to get one. And then I think Nashville is up for one. There's a couple of different cities, but they're saying, and they're actually talking about Mexico too. because it's such a big fan base in Mexico.
Yeah.
So it's between probably us and Mexico really to get that other team.
Oh wow.
But we already got the arena in place. Like we're good.
We got good Aces team too. WNBA is really
Yeah.
good.
They can't have an NBA team in Vegas.
They can't.
They can't, man.
Why?
I feel like they be partying every fucking.
I was gonna
after every
say, they're
game, they
gonna
be fucking
need-
partying.
Yeah, they're gonna
nonstop.
I mean,
some
look at the Raiders
training
this year
courses.
alone.
Yeah, I mean,
But Vegas is
yeah.
like once a week.
yeah.
NBA is that they have like games like 5 days during the week.
And it's about what 6 months?
Yeah,
Yeah,
6
from
months?
like
Come
no,
on, man.
from like
They be-
October to June.
After the club, after the game, they're gonna hit the clubs. They're gonna hit the strip club. They're gonna be.
They're gonna do that anyway. They're gonna do that anyway.
It's gonna help, that's gonna help the city so much, though.
Yeah.
That's true.
And if they do All-Star weekend here, it's gonna be insane.
Do people like? Is there still a heavy traffic for like baseball games? Major
Just
League Baseball.
weirdos like me.
It
Just
depends.
weirdos like me. But
Yeah, in Summerlin, we have that minor league in Summerlin. I feel
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
people get really
Right by Red
pumped
Rock.
for that
The-
shit.
Really?
Yeah,
I haven't been, but I heard that stadium.
people love it. Yeah,
I've been there. It's
the
dope.
Las Vegas
It's dope.
ballpark. It's really
Yeah.
nice there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm kind of wondering how like a
Keep it
Vegas.
in Summerlin. Keep it.
no,
I'm kind of wondering.
Keep it over there.
I'm kind of wondering how a Vegas baseball game would go
I think it would be
because that
dope.
shit is so slow, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very slow. It's a very slow game.
Like,
it's not gonna
And,
be.
and
As,
it's hot also, man. That's why I didn't like it when I went to the that minor league game.
I think they might do a dome.
Yeah, but Raider Stadium, there's no way they're gonna make it open. They're gonna keep it like Raider Stadium. Like Raider Stadium is like it's a like
Yeah, I feel
central
like
air.
Vegas is way
Control.
too hot. If they had a baseball team, they would definitely do like a controlled dome with like the weather. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this recent game, right? They had Little John there. Shout out to Angie V. Angie V
Angie
was
V,
Little
yeah.
John's DJ.
DJ, yeah.
It was
Oh, wow.
that halftime show.
Yeah,
Just Incredible did the post after party at the Wynn Field Club.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
like
so
it-
the field club stays open after the
No,
game,
the-
or
yeah,
how does
even-
the field club
yeah.
work?
During
I'm
the game
confused.
and after, it stays open.
Yeah.
So is it a different experience? Like, could you just forget you're at a football game when you're
Probably.
Yeah.
So with
Yeah,
the,
yeah,
with the
for the
field
looks
club,
of it.
you
Yeah.
can go there.
Yeah.
Actually, you can reserve a table like you do at a nightclub, and you can get food and drinks and watch your game while you're eating and drinking. And then it almost turns into like the after party after the game.
So I think technically, so there's a different entrance for the field club. So literally, technically, you're supposed to have a ticket, but I think if you reserve a table there, you can go to the game without a ticket. And then honestly, if you're industry, you could probably just go to the
Yeah,
to
I
the
see a
field
lot of
club
finesses in there.
and then
Yeah.
just like watch the game from there and just like hang out and shit like that. But it's really a dope experience because there's an inside and an outside. And the outside is right by the end goal. Is that what it's called?
Field
goal.
Yeah.
The field goal, yeah.
Whatever. It's by
end zone.
end zone.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's by the end zone, and then it's like a dope ass view.
Yeah.
And then the inside is like a nightclub. It's like literally like a
Do you
nightclub.
feel like
inside.
there's a lot of people there that just don't care about the game?
Probably, yeah.
Like,
definitely.
do you,
yeah,
do you
yeah, just
feel
for
like
the look,
everyone
just for
there's
the
just
look.
for the
Nah,
people
look?
that are just there to
Industry post.
socialize and
Industry
yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Sure.
Vegas industry, yeah.
Like, Never and I went to a Raiders game, right? And then right afterwards, right after the game finished, the Raiders won. We went outside, and then we went back inside to a different entrance for the Winfield Club. And it was dope. It was like this designated entrance. There was a door guy you go through.
Yeah.
And it was like everyone was drunk. It was like popping. You know what I'm saying? Like the energy was still crazy. It was like a nightclub. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the DJ plays because there's a separate DJ there, right?
Yeah.
Do they
Yeah.
play,
Yeah.
Do they play the whole time or only at like timeouts and?
They probably play
halftimes?
like at halftime, timeouts, and then after the game, it probably turns into a whole DJ set.
So
Yeah.
it's a
There's a-
different music you're hearing than the stadium music.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
there's a
'Cause
stadium,
the stadium,
DJ.
yeah, CO1 does
Yeah,
the stadium
yeah.
DJ in there.
He
So it's-
plays,
Wow, so
to
you're
the
like
arena.
really detached from the rest of this.
You could probably go there and not even realize that what's
football
going on in the game.
No, I mean,
You
but
know.
they are playing the game. They're not
Yeah.
going to play music like while the game's going on.
Yeah.
So
That's what
people
I
are
was
watching.
wondering. I was
No,
like,
no,
is it
no.
a club the whole time?
No. It's more of a club. Like it goes like bonkers. Like when the game's over.
yeah.
So like I've heard, and what they've told me is that some of the players, after they're done with the game, they'll come and hang out.
Oh,
That's
that's
dope.
dope.
Yeah.
What,
That's dope.
what if like they lose though? It's just
Then they might
the
not come
energy's
through.
down.
It's still party. Fuck it. Like,
They have a drink and they're depressed after.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, you're seeing kind of like the problems with the Raiders right now. Like almost everyone's getting a DUI.
Yeah,
Everyone's
3.
having issues. Like
3 so far. 3 team members
That's
have had
crazy.
DUIs here in Las Vegas.
they've got to come up with a better system for that.
Yeah.
Because it's going to
Honestly, I don't even feel bad for them, bro, because they have infrastructure in place.
Yeah, they do.
have people in place. When they get drafted, they have extensive like things that you can go through for like people that like actually talk to you about just how you act on social media, how you do this, like drunk driving, like get a driver, take an Uber, like
Yeah, well, the
have-
NFL,
Yeah.
they fucking
supply cars, right?
Yeah, they supply
Yeah, like-
cars.
So they just fucking up like really
Yeah,
bad.
yeah,
They're
really
just being
bad.
like overly.
Bro, they're young. They got money, and they're in Vegas. Imagine that.
Well, Nate Hobbs is 22, and he was just passed out in his car at the Cromwell parking
yeah, they're all
lot.
babies, right?
But I'm like, hold on, you're really like, if I'm making a hell of money, I'm not driving myself to the Cromwell fucking parking lot.
But you're
First of
22.
all,
What
he
did
wasn't
you-
even valeting.
Yeah,
Like,
but
what
you're
the fuck?
22.
Do you know what I'm saying?
You're 20.
Like,
I did some wild
he
shit at
literally
22.
Went
Yeah.
up and parked his car in the parking garage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand that at all.
yeah, but I'm actually surprised that like law enforcement isn't helping the franchise at all and like protecting the players. Because if they do catch a DUI, they can alert the franchise and be like,
Yeah.
why are they just arresting these motherfuckers? That's the weird
I
thing.
mean, it's definitely clickbait.
I
It's
feel
definitely
like they
TMZ
want to set an example because when I moved here from Vegas from Cali, if you get pulled over in SoCal, you're getting a ticket for fucking breathing, for looking the wrong way. Like you're getting something.
Yeah.
In Vegas, the cops are so much more relaxed, and I couldn't believe that when I moved here. I was like, I should have gotten like 12 tickets, honestly. But so I feel like they're just doing it to set an example.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Because the cops are really relaxed in Vegas.
Yeah, I've been pulled over several times, and I've gotten like passes.
yeah, but you ain't a star player at the
Right,
Raiders.
but-
So
but
I just think it's weird.
couldn't
that
imagine.
they're not protecting these players.
Yeah, they're letting normal people off.
I couldn't
but-
imagine being 22 years old and being a millionaire
And parking in the
come from
Cromwell
come from
garage.
nothing.
Yeah.
Like they probably don't even know what valet is. A lot of these dudes.
Yeah.
Like
they come from like little cities
and
from
it's sad
Alabama
to
and
say,
shit.
man. Like Henry Ruggs, bro. He went to University of Alabama. I'm sure he's from the South. His family probably lower middle class, close to poor.
Mm-hmm.
He's the breadwinner, right? He probably came from nothing, man, and he felt probably invincible.
They're all coming from. They're all
course.
coming-
Yeah, the Cromwell.
We gotta take that out. We gotta take that out.
You could bleed.
Why?
You could bleed.
You have to?
Yeah, bro. What do you mean?
But I said Cromwell.
It just seems
Raiders
like,
like that.
that's the problem. That's where they.
No, the problem is them
them.
not controlling
Yeah,
that
man.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's tons of people that go to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not all of them are getting DUIs. Just the Raider players.
Okay.
The Nate Hobbs thing, he was asleep in his car though, and he got a DUI. So he wasn't even driving. So that was kind of like on
But how do
Twitter.
you get a DUI if you're parked?
So he was like he wasn't blocking the garage, but he was just not in a parking space coming down the ramp in the garage. So he was like off to the side.
Was the car
It
still
was
running?
Random. No, the car wasn't running, but it was just like he wasn't parked in like a normal
Yeah,
parking
because
spot.
this is just stupid shit.
No, here's
right?
the thing.
It's
Here's the
just
thing.
Like motherfuckers
if
are
he's
just dumb.
if he's in the driver's seat,
He was asleep. Yeah.
If he's asleep in the driver's seat, he still get a DUI because he's sitting on the driver's seat.
So
if
that's
he
kind of
wasn't
a
his
PSA.
passenger, if he wasn't his passenger asleep, he could have been off.
So if you're gonna crash in your car, go to the passenger side.
No, if you're gonna sleep drunk in your car, move to the passenger seat.
I've done that.
Yeah, Nudia,
okay.
if you crash your car and you sit in the passenger side.
I said if you're gonna crash in your car, like if
Oh, I
you're-
thought
go
you
to
meant
sleep.
crash
Oh, I
the
thought
car.
crash
Go
the
to
car.
the
I
passenger
didn't.
side.
No, I've actually like climbed to the back seat and just knocked out the back seat.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do because you're not like
Yeah, but you kind of, you're kind of tiny. Yeah, you're not like a 6'5",
6'5" receiver.
6'3" receiver on the Raiders. You know what I'm saying?
mean,
And these
right.
motherfuckers buy like sports cars, so I don't know how much of a back seat there is. I'm sure you could like snuggle up in the back, dude.
Get a little blanket.
he has a big enough car to
Got an
snuggle
SUV.
up
I
in
can let
there.
the back seat down. And just
Yeah. Oh yeah, you got the range, so you could like lay out on that motherfucker. Yeah, that's like a
twin bed.
500 square foot studio in LA. For you.
these cars
But yo,
clean,
all this
too.
talk about football and Vegas. They announced last week that the Super Bowl is going to be in Vegas in 2024.
Oh my
Wow.
god,
That's gonna be crazy.
So imagine.
Nice segue, by the way. I think that's your first segue in 4
that was
years.
clean.
Clap it up.
That was clean.
Thank you. Thank you.
Never's first segue
that was
in
dope,
4
right?
years.
I feel like
Almost 5.
I feel so
fine.
proud. I
That's
felt like
dope,
it
right?
had
That was good. That was a good
Timing
one.
was on.
Like
I ain't
that, right?
Hey, never. That was dope, bro.
All this talking about sports, guys.
I'm getting it. I'm getting it.
It was like someone putting, soy sauce in my cereal a little bit because I was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, oh, "Okay, it's not that bad."
It gives it a little funky taste.
So Vegas for Super
so
Bowl.
imagine how that's going to be.
2 years from now.
I feel like you're not gonna be able to leave your place. Like,
Yeah, that's gonna
honestly,
be-
you're not gonna be able to get out of here.
Do you guys remember the NBA All-Star Weekend in
Yes.
2007?
I
That was
don't.
nuts.
I wasn't here.
I wasn't here, but I
wasn't here
remember
either.
watching it.
That
What
was
was it like?
crazy.
They put up metal detectors at the club.
yeah.
Jesus.
I remember I was DJing an event at Caesar's Palace in the Forum Shops, and they shut it down because it smelled like weed.
Jesus.
As
Now
they
it's
should.
illegal.
As they should.
And it was just ignorant, bro. Like it was
Yeah,
like
there was so much shit
it was
going on,
dudes
right? Like Shaq.
on the strip in lawn chairs,
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
drinking. Like it was crazy.
Well, imagine Super Bowl weekend.
Yeah.
That's gonna be in Vegas.
No, but I think
I
NBA
think
is a little bit more ratchet.
That's gonna
than
be
the NFL.
3 times worse than
the NBA's definitely. I
No,
think
the
All-Star
NBA
Weekend
is way more ratchet than the NFL.
And we didn't
tell
have
you
a stadium yet. They were doing everything at UNLV, so
Yeah.
it's just
And
completely
palms
different.
and shit.
Well, you're
Probably.
gonna have all the hotties trying to get shows, all the baddies.
Yeah, Super Bowl is like that's gonna
IG
be a
models.
crazy weekend.
Yeah, they're doing the Pro Bowl right out here.
Pro Bowl this year.
The Pro Bowl's just like
Pro Bowl's cool.
participation trophies.
That'll actually be good too, but I think Super Bowl is gonna be nuts, bro.
Yeah, Super Bowl should be nuts.
Yeah. Super Bowl in Vegas, like every celebrity, every athlete.
everybody's gonna be out here.
Yeah.
that
It's a
weekend.
good thing. What are the chances of the Raiders making it to the Super Bowl?
Slim.
Slim.
Oh,
But-
if you want to bet and possibly win, probably.
Yeah, if you want
that's
to,
the
if you
one.
want to put up
that's
some
the
money,
lowest
that's,
tier. Yeah,
you could make some
Yeah,
money.
but they're probably not going to.
super underdog.
It's good though, because like, didn't the Las Vegas
The Golden Knights.
the Golden
made it.
Knights, they made it to the playoffs
Like the
the first
first
year.
year.
They made it to the
Yeah.
Stanley Cup.
They
which
made
was
it to the finals,
To the
dog.
finals, yeah.
They almost won, which was
crazy.
crazy dope.
If the Raiders make it to the Super Bowl, that'll be nuts.
It's the first season.
I don't think that's
like
gonna happen.
That's
but
a Cinderella story. For
I mean,
sure.
look at the Giants. The Giants in 2007, they went up against Tom Brady and that fucking super team, and they won.
Yeah.
So anything is really
And
possible.
that team barely got in the playoffs.
Yeah, they were
Possible.
the same like the Raiders. They just barely got in the playoffs.
So anyway, wait, how was New Year's? Because I haven't really talked to y'all about New Year's and shit.
Yeah.
But it must have been whack
I feel
because y'all
like this
didn't
is
say
like
anything.
the wackest New Year's that Vegas had in a couple of years.
It was just dead.
It was
Yeah.
dead everywhere.
It didn't feel like New Year's at all. There was no traffic.
is
There
that-
was.
It usually take me forever to get to my gig, leaving
Yeah.
my house to the strip.
Yeah.
This year, I got there in like normal time in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
They even changed their time. They're gonna close out the fucking strip, and it still didn't affect it or anything.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
I should have been on time, and I was like, "Well,
It was
I
just.
thought
It was
gonna be
like
late, too."
It
So
was
it was,
under,
was it light everywhere?
It
Pretty
was
much?
underwhelming.
light?
It was underwhelming.
Pretty much.
What time were you home, guys? What time were you guys home by?
I was asleep by 1:45.
Yo, y'all are whack.
I was
Oh,
home by
wow.
2
I was home by
o'clock.
2:30. I was home by 2:30.
I left my gig 1:30 and got home by 2.
That's crazy. That was Las Vegas for
I
y'all?
stayed out kind of late though. I left my gig at like 2. I walked over to Jewel. Lil Jon was playing at Jewel. Ran into Maven Jason, and then me and him walked from Jewel to Dre's, and I stayed out probably till like 6 in the morning.
Oh, so you were still
Yeah, I
partying.
was
so
partying.
He's thotty,
You
bro.
had
I
a
was
good
partying.
New Year's
I was
Eve.
drinking. I had a good
Deep.
time.
Deep.
And I was
Thank
kinda-
you. Thank
yeah.
you for that. Thank you.
know,
This
hey,
motherfucker is going to sleep at fucking 1:45 a.m.
Yeah, I
What
was
the
out.
fuck is that?
I like mentally prepared. I thought it was gonna be crazy, but it wasn't. It just
Yeah.
like
You know
it was not New Year's.
There was
here.
nobody really in
was
town
not New
either.
Year's.
Like,
Fam, after my gig, I went, got a cheeseburger, and went home.
Oh my god.
I wanted to hang out.
dead
with,
serious.
I wanted to hang out with Jamie, but he didn't answer my FaceTime at 2. He was already
Damn.
asleep.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
I was done. But that's the thing. Like, it didn't feel like, you know, when and back in the time, like it was like everybody was at somewhere. You had to be there and shit like that. There was nobody in town. There was not really shit going on. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean, I think-
Dee was
yeah.
walking 500 miles just to find a party.
I think
Like,
I think COVID was just like, I think it affected a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Everyone like went back to like quarantine mode a little bit.
yeah, it felt like
Yeah,
that. I had to wear a
even after the
mask.
holidays, like I feel like all in December, everyone caught COVID.
I did.
Like,
Every
Seems
show.
like it. Yeah, man.
So
I
like
was down.
Shout
everyone-
out Jamie.
Yeah.
I was home alone. I was Macaulay Culkin.
So everyone was in quarantine mode.
Yeah.
And then they were just kind of like, am I gonna go back out for New Year's? And like I might as well just chill in, be with family.
I wanted to
So
stay
I don't
home.
have to quarantine again. You know what I'm saying?
I thought about just like not doing New Year's, and then they like handed me the bag, and I'm like, okay, I'll go
Can't
out.
pass that up.
They handed me
They handed you the bag.
I mean,
I'll go out real quick.
Couldn't do it. Couldn't say no to the bag.
I'm
mean,
saying it's nice.
I mean, New
It's
Year's
nice
is all
money.
about the bag. There's
Yes.
no loyalty. If there's
There's no
ever
loyalty.
if there's ever a nightclub that wants you to like take a pay cut and do their fucking New Year's because you know and they're like, yo, we take care of you all year. Tell them go fuck
They're
yourself.
taking advantage of you.
Yeah, tell them go fuck yourself. This is New Year's.
Yeah.
It's my time to take the biggest bag I can on New Year's. And usually it'll be like, it's not even a nightclub sometimes that gives you the biggest bag. It'll
Right.
be a private
It's a-
event or
yeah.
some type of
Yeah.
some big corporate event or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's all
They
about
got
the
money to
bag.
blow on New Year's.
So wait, if New Year's was whack, then the weekend after New Year's got to be. Or the weekend after New Year's is always the wackest, yo.
Actually, no, bro. I hung out with Phenom and I went to go see Dioro, which was mad fucking cool because I'm a big Dioro fan. But I felt like everybody was in the city that weekend.
Yeah, for this Raiders
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Dude, everybody
Everyone
was
was
in the
out.
fucking-
Everyone was in town.
If it wasn't for that Raiders game, it would have been fucking dead this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. It was fucking popping.
That's actually was dope, man.
It was popping everywhere. That was the craziest shit.
Yeah.
because what happens is everyone comes in for the Sunday game, right?
They party.
They come in there like Friday or Saturday.
Yes.
They party on Saturday and then they go to the game. So it's like perfect.
Yeah.
Like when they do it.
And the game is like it was a night game. It was the last game of the season. So then everybody just found a party after that shit. And Sunday night you have what? You have Marquee, you have Dre's, you have a bunch of shit popping. So
How's Dioro?
Joe
It's
was
fucking amazing,
dope,
right?
bro. You know I'm a big fan of Dior. I was geeking out. I was with Phenom. Shouts to Phenom from DJ City. I was geeking out. Just hung out there and I was just seeing Dior set. That dude's production is insane.
Does he do like what is his style?
It's EDM house-ish.
Yeah.
But he's been making his own twist about putting the Latin essence and shit.
Yeah.
I mean his last song was Vicente Fernandez at Marquee. It was pretty
that's
fucking
sick.
insane.
Yeah.
That's sick.
And I was it had mad like he plays cumbias, he plays like all left shit. He plays some classics, but it just
He's really like I've seen a few EDM acts, and he's probably one that stood out to me the most.
Yeah.
Because he really brings his culture to
Yeah,
the set.
I like that.
And
I was
it's
gonna
so
say,
interesting.
yeah.
Yeah, it's so good. It's like I'm actually kind of bummed that I didn't go with you because I could have went with him, but I didn't go. Because the last time I saw Dior, I was like, wow, this is really fucking good.
like he plays salsa, cumbia, fucking all the shit.
And his
like,
EDM shit is on point. Bro.
and his EDM shit.
Even
is
like the
on-
old stuff that I hear now, like when I hear like 5 More Hours,
Ah,
that
so
shit
crispy.
sounds so good in the club, bro.
Yeah, it does.
You know what I mean?
And his mastering on all his tracks are fucking like they just sound really good in the club. Because he got off and then the closer went on and then it doesn't sound the same. You know what I mean? It just didn't sound the same. The music didn't sound as full as when he was on. So definitely his production, the way he comes in and out of songs, his highs, his lows.
Has he always spun like that, like a mixture of Latin?
I feel like
cumbia,
he had it like that, but it was kind of hard for him to represent. So he kind of had to go into that scene as an EDM act, and then he was like, "Well, this is me." And not till like 2 years ago, I think at EDC is when he started playing more of the Spanish records and shit like that. But his records are. He has the biggest one that he has is called Perdóname, and it's a Spanish record. But 5 Hours is with Chris Brown, so it's just more an English record. But yeah, he's incredible.
I've never seen him. I got to check him out. I mean,
He's really dope.
Yeah.
He's really fucking dope, man.
If you can ever catch him, I think the way he spins during the daytime at Marquee opposed to the nighttime is two different worlds. So just choose which one you want to go watch. But yeah, it was fucking popping this past weekend, especially for the Raiders game.
It felt like everyone was in town. Like
Yeah,
everyone.
You know,
Everybody.
artistic. Your fucking
Your
brother.
my
boy was in
long-lost
town.
cousin, man. He was
Yeah.
out here. He went to the game.
He went to the Raiders game.
I didn't even know he was a Raiders fan.
Yeah,
There's
he
a
was at
bunch
the
of
game.
people.
I think he went to Dre's on Saturday. Went to the game, and I think he also did Marquee yesterday.
Yeah, a bunch of LA motherfuckers in town. I think
Yeah.
Jay Sinatra was in town.
LA
I saw that, yeah.
takeover.
Yeah.
LA takeover.
Because a lot of them dudes are Raiders fans, man. Because we grew up with the Raiders.
The Raiders were
You know
from
what I mean?
LA.
Like they was in LA and then they moved back to the Bay. So I feel like a lot of dudes have like that connection. The LA people have that connection to the Raiders. So just
all the
coming out here is easy.
scam, all the scam DJs was out here.
Yeah, they were at the Win Nightclub.
Oh,
Yeah.
Suget was out here. I saw that.
I know.
Who let him in the city?
God bless that motherfucker. Oh man. So how was y'all gigs? How was everything, man?
Over the weekend,
Yeah.
I was out of town, but it was popping, bro. Like
was
I
good.
went to Phoenix and I forgot.
I had to remind Dee that he had a gig here in
Yeah,
Vegas
that
on
was-
Sunday.
That was kind of whack. Because she
That
was
shit
like,
was
"Oh, I
fun.
want to come to your gig on Sunday." I was like, "What? I'm out of town." And she was like, "What? No, you're playing here." She was like,
Stupid. I
I saw
know,
your
was that-
post." I was like, "Oh shit, you're right." So I had to like cancel my second gig and fly back and
Oh,
do my
shit.
gig last night. But Friday, Saturday was dope, man. Like Scottsdale, honestly, bro, like that shit was lit. Like I was surprised. Like I'm like, okay, maybe it's gonna be a little slow because it's the week after New Year's. Nah, man, it was lit. Like all them spots on that street.
Yeah.
We had 8 spots. It was all popping.
You know, I had like the biggest nightmare of a gig.
Oh, yeah, you went out of town.
Oh shit!
It was. I don't want to say the city, but it was like, yo, like it took me 6 hours to get there.
Oof.
With like 6 to 7 hours with layover,
Oh man!
and it's like 7 to 8 layover back. So it's like 15 hours. It's about 15 hours altogether
Yeah.
to go there and
travel?
back. Yeah, of travel.
Shit. Okay.
Back and forth.
So I went over there, and I get to the club, and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go there early, and it was like maybe 15 people there,
No shit.
and I'm like, okay, you know,
Was it a big room or was it?
you could probably fit 800.
That's a big room.
Yeah.
That's a big room.
You probably fit like 800 people.
And there's
in
only
there.
15 people there.
There's like 15 people in there.
Scattered or in front of you?
It don't matter. There's 15
No,
people
if it's
in there.
scattered, it feels even worse.
Yeah, so like I go
Five at
there,
the bar.
and then the opener's over there setting up, or he's like, he's playing, he's doing his shit, and I'm like, all right, cool. So I hop on a little bit early because I'm like, yo, let me see the setup that's going on, because they had a Pioneer Nexus, not a Nexus 2.
The 900, the original one.
Yeah, the 900.
With the
And
one
then,
slot.
then I'm trying to hook shit up, and it's not reading. Like, it's not hooking up. It's not reading my Serato DJ.
Yeah.
And then the opener's like, yo, by the way, the right CDJ isn't working. So I'm like,
Jesus.
all right.
Nightmare after nightmare.
So basically, I'm like, it's getting close to midnight where I have to start. And it's like, nothing's working. And then his computer's not working. So then I had to DJ for like 15, 20 minutes on sticks.
Oh, you've been wanting to though.
I know.
You've been wanting to do 6.
So we're figuring the whole shit out for 15 minutes. It's like 12:15 now, and we get his computer hooked up again. So I'm like, yo, like just keep spinning. I'm in panic mode now, and the GM, right? He's coming up to me. He's just like, yo, like what's going on? And I'm like, oh, like shit's not working. He's like, yeah, we had issues with last week, and I'm like, yo, if y'all had issues last week, why don't y'all like look into this shit?
Right.
Yeah.
It turns out it's not an open format club. It's like an EDM club.
Yeah.
So they're not used to DJs using Serato.
Laptops.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So they just don't give a fuck.
Right.
So they're just kind of like, all right, like,
Figure it out.
Just like figure it out. So I literally had to text Cut Corners at Serato.
Wow.
And and I felt like such an asshole, and I had to bother him. He was, of course, he was like,
The nicest guy.
So
He was not going to say no.
I mean, he was just such a great dude. He was just helping me. He sent me new drivers and all this stuff. But it's like, I feel like, I don't know. Like, basically, long story short, I ended up DJing for like 40 minutes, the last 40 minutes of the night. And it was just kind of like, it was a fucking nightmare. It was just like, and I thought, I've never had that issue before.
Yeah.
But I guess because we were talking about MacBooks, right? Like my OS is a High Sierra.
Same.
Obviously, this was during a time when, you know what I'm saying, when there were more Serato boxes in the city, right? Pre-pandemic, there was more Serato boxes everywhere.
Way more.
I've noticed that, yeah.
Right? Post-pandemic, it's just everyone's plugging to Nexus 2 900s.
Yeah.
Right?
S9.
Doing
The
HID
S9,
mode.
S9s.
the S7.
Yeah.
S7,
S7,
yeah. I just used that one
S11s.
last night, yeah.
It's completely different. So as an idiot, I just didn't upgrade. So I hit up, I've been on High Sierra. But basically, like, yo, I think everyone has to be on Mojave now. Mojave OS.
At least, right? Like that's got the bare bones.
That's what I talked to Cuts, and he said, honestly, the best OS to be on is Mojave right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, I didn't get that fucking memo, but I guess you always
No
have to
one
learn.
does,
You
yeah.
just have to. I mean, I'm sure there's a bunch of young DJs that are gonna be like, yo, like, what the fuck you doing with High Sierra and all of this?
Some of them are big sirs.
I'm still using High Sierra.
Yeah,
are?
me too.
Yeah.
Same.
But no, it's
But don't you
scary,
have
bro.
a new?
Yeah.
You have a new MacBook.
Well, I do. I got this one in 2016. This is the newest one I have.
Oh, he's still in High Sierra.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know
wow.
what? Actually, when I got it, all my info installed in this laptop, I got it from my older laptop. So that's why.
Yeah, but
I
it's,
haven't updated it yet.
that shit's scary, bro. Because I remember when Mojave first came out, and I think I was premature.
Yeah.
So when I did it, my Serato DJ was bugging. Like I had like a weird latency issue. It was cutting out on me in my gigs, and I went back to High Sierra, and that was a fucking nightmare.
See, I feel like I heard that a lot, and that's why I was
yeah,
scared too.
Yeah.
and that was a nightmare because everything we was talking about it a little bit earlier, but like everything had came out labeled different. So my
Yeah.
iTunes library, everything would be iTunes, but then when it went to Mojave, it went to iTunes Media.
Right.
Everything was packaged in iTunes Media.
Yeah. As
So
soon as
when
when you upgrade to Mojave,
Yeah.
it relabels your whole library.
Oh shit.
So when I tried to downgrade, my iTunes wouldn't work.
Yeah, because the downgrade doesn't read the new labeling of all the files.
Oh.
Yeah. So I was real.
So what happens is, like, if you're on High Sierra, it labels the folders iTunes Music.
Yeah.
So it's all the music. It's in the music folder.
Okay.
And then when you upgrade to Mojave, it changes the music folder to media. So then all your files have media in front of it.
Yeah, iTunes Media.
So when everyone bought the new laptops and had Mojave, but Serato wasn't working on Mojave at the time. They had to downgrade to
That's
High
exactly
Sierra. Yeah,
what I went through.
they had to downgrade to Sierra, and then they're like, wait, now my iTunes isn't reading any of the music. So everyone went through that shit. So everyone was like, I'm hearing all the war stories and all the horror stories from that. So I was like, yo, I'm not gonna fucking upgrade to Mojave.
Yeah, I think they made an announcement back then. They're like, don't move into Mojave till we tell you.
Yeah.
And they didn't
So
do
now
it. They
it's
didn't even
safe?
announce it.
So now Mojave
say
is
not
like the
safe?
Mojave is the new standard.
4 years later.
Yeah.
So you have to switch over to Mojave.
I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to.
Yeah,
And then and then now I guess, everyone bought the new M1 chip MacBooks.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
But Serato wasn't compatible with that OS, which is Big Sur.
Yeah.
So now I think they just released the Serato that works on Big Sur.
Yeah, that shit's a nightmare, bro. Because I literally spent about 3 hours in the Apple store with a guy, and he, God bless him, man, he helped me, and he relabeled all of my shit to where I could downgrade, which was like the most annoying process
I
ever.
went through the same thing also.
Yeah.
I talked to Cuts and I said, maybe it's time. He hasn't been on the podcast. We haven't had Serato on the podcast in like 3 years.
Yeah, it might be
Going on
time.
3 years.
It might be time for them to come back on.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I'm a little like, obviously I'm going to use Serato, but I kind of want to I don't want to deal with these transitions no more.
Yeah.
I kind of want to just go to sticks.
Well, how was it for that 15 minutes when you was playing on sticks?
It was cool, man.
Yeah.
It was cool. It was, it's not the best.
Was it comfortable?
What slows you down? You just think of the music differently.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Because that's what I'm afraid of. I'm like, dude, I want to do it, especially in the summertime out here with the heat.
Yeah.
Because, our laptops, when it hits 110
yeah,
plus
that's
weather,
exactly what I'm afraid
it
of.
sucks, right? But I'm like, sticks, that's comfortable. But I'm like, damn, it's going to probably change the way I DJ. Like, I can't probably quick mix as fast. I'm so used to the visual that I'm probably like going to be a little off with that. Like, I'm used to the visual, knowing where my cue points are, how I can scratch.
Not even that, like how much music you have
Right.
availability.
It's really like the organization of the folders.
Yeah.
The person that I saw DJ on sticks and made me kind of a believer that I could DJ on sticks was DJ Chaos. When I saw him in San Diego, he was on sticks and he played this amazing set. He played a great set and he was like just moving through it. And I was just talking to him and his Serato's so organized. It's like so pristine.
You say you were jealous, right?
I was jealous because I was like, damn, I want to organize my shit like this. But there are these programs that transfer your folders from Serato to Rekordbox into the sticks.
Yeah.
So it just works better. But I kind of want to do that because I think this summer, I don't know if I want to deal with the fucking ice trays, with the laptops. I don't want to
You got to
deal
worry
with
about
that.
the water getting into your laptop.
Yeah, man. It's just like too much. Like it's too much. It's like it's just so much easier to bring sticks and just like go off of that.
Yeah.
You probably just have to be way more prepared, right?
You have to be way more prepared, like, and you just kind of have to like get your sets prepared.
and know exactly what
And
you're
update
playing
them
in your
quite
crowd.
frequently, yeah.
Yeah. Only thing that makes me feel good about the M1 is that the iPad has been using the M1 for I think like five or 6 years.
Yeah.
And they say that iPads do really, really well in heat.
I mean, this is the real test.
Yeah.
Because I think when the summer hits, we're gonna hear all the stories on these motherfuckers. Like,
Yeah.
yo, the M1s.
Yeah, because everyone's getting the M1.
Because I
what's the
want to
shit,
get
or it's
one,
like,
but
yo,
I'm waiting. I'm like waiting to see.
Nah, you gotta just go
know
wait.
what I mean?
I'm not gonna be the first motherfucker to get that shit because everyone got it and they're like, oh, I can't DJ on it. I'm like, yo, duh. Like, what the fuck? Like, you don't get the first one. Like, you kind of wait and shit and see what happens, man. Just like when they had the new MacBook with the touch bar.
Oh yeah.
That shit was
That's one thing
horrible,
that-
bro.
yeah.
I was like,
someone brought that up in the female chat.
Oh, really?
People were having problems with the touch bar, and so
what the fuck you need that? It was the most useless shit I've ever seen in my life, yo. Well, it was like, this is what y'all
For
doing?
emojis and shit? No,
It was stupid, man. It didn't make any fucking sense, man. But that was my fucking horror nightmare story, man.
Damn, man.
And I was just like, oh man, it just made me want to like not. It's just I got to transition. I got to find other options besides Serato because it's too much of a fucking headache. Or my old washed ass needs to do better on updating that shit.
Yeah.
But like, when was the last time we had to DJ on a Nexus 1
I did
900?
that not long ago.
Really?
But it was like, yeah. There was this Nexus
crazy.
one, and it has like one USB, and
And it's also the mic
and half
Cable.
of the buttons don't even fucking work because they've been fucking abused for many years.
Yeah, but I heard there's so many problems with that one USB and that Pioneer for the Nexus One. I heard it just like
it's very flimsy.
Yeah.
It's breakable. It's
I heard it's just a nightmare, yo.
Yeah,
I just really wish everyone would just go to the S11, man, and just call it.
I used the
or even a
S7.
controller, bro. Like if everyone would just go to a controller. Like I honestly was kind of against it, trying to be like a DJ purist or something. I don't know, but the controller's the shit.
Yeah,
Why
that
not?
new controller
Controllers are
that
easy.
the controller that you showed us looks insane.
There's a new Pioneer controller that literally the mixer interface looks like the S9.
Yes.
Shit's
And
fire.
I heard the decks move.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
motorized.
Yeah, so
That's
the
dope.
decks are moving like turntables. I don't know if
sick.
you need that though.
Probably not.
I don't give a
I
fuck.
feel like that's something that if you accidentally touch it, because we're used to touching the decks, right? And it's like it's just more room for error. But I still want to see it in person because it looks sick from those pictures.
Yeah, it looks.
I mean,
It's just so many options right now.
Yeah.
There's a younger generation that's doing these like smaller controllers. They're setting up their smaller controllers.
The
There's, like,
SB3.
Yeah, like
there's
The one that
The little
Jazzy Jeff
babies.
designed.
there's just too many. There's too many options.
yeah.
It's just like.
but
you
like
know,
a controller is almost never gonna fail you though. Do you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you're gonna
It's
plug
easy,
in,
as you
it's
can-
gonna work.
Yeah.
I've
you
had
know.
really good success with controllers.
Like
Even when I travel, like
Yeah,
I
when
my
have
little
you
controller.
gonna hop on a controller and you're like, oh, this deck doesn't work, but this one does. Like,
Yeah, nah.
it's easy.
At most, I might have to download a driver on the fly.
Yeah.
Sometimes if it's the first time I've used it, but even that takes a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
it
easy.
takes easy. I did the S7. The S7 is pretty dope. I mean, it's the same shit as the S9. I didn't. The sound card kind of sounds a little bit better than S9, but it's not gonna beat the S11 sound card. But
S11 is beautiful.
Yeah, I think
that
that's
is
a
a fucking
machine.
work of art.
Yeah, it's a
I think it
machine.
might be the best mixer I've seen since I don't know
I love that mixer, bro.
since the Techniques mixer in the '90s. That fucking mixer is amazing.
I was gonna say the 57 range.
I'm thinking about. I mean, I really don't need to, but I was thinking about trading in my S9 for S11.
Well, you know they discontinued the S9.
Oh, word?
Yeah, so stop selling
a
it.
piece of history.
Like, damn, does that drop down the value when I try to trade it in?
We don't make this damn shits anymore, man. Take the shit back.
Well, I wanted to share with y'all what I did this weekend.
What did you do?
So actually, like, I kind of took off DJing. I've had some like auditions and things like that. So I auditioned for a TV show, a pop culture show out in LA. I know, it's a new year and I've had a lot of new different opportunities, come up. And so it was the weirdest audition process. So they had me call a psychic hotline and I was going to have to review, my experience. And that was the second part of the audition, after the interview and stuff.
Yeah.
The thing is, I'm not a skeptic though. So I was totally into it. I was like, okay, let's do it, right?
Yeah.
So I called the psychic hotline. I want to share you guys like my reading, how it went. So the psychic told me that in 2 months, I'm going to have a great new opportunity.
Ooh.
She sees a lot of travel for me. And because I asked her about...
Wait, what?
That's the new segment.
That means wrap it up. Wrap that shit up.
Oh, you turn on my mic? The 84th Annual Grammy Award, presented by Toyota, Chevrolet, and Verizon Wireless.
Oh, man.
I was so into the reading, you fucker.
That was hilarious. That was kind of
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
I love that. That was a joke she was supposed to do, but you pulled it on her.
I know.
Yeah, how
like,
was I
yo.
supposed to do it if you do it to me? Like,
Oh, man.
Can you imagine if we do that with a guest?
They gonna
When
be so
start
mad.
talking
Then
about
walk out. Like, fuck y'all.
Fuck y'all. And then she starts talking and shit. Give me some, Nudia.
our next presenter on stage, winning 3 Oscars in the past decade.
That was hilarious.
That was
Yeah,
funny.
The
Yeah.
timing on that was kind of epic too.
That was
Because I was really into her story. I was like,
Yo, they
what
were
the fuck
both
just
into
happened?
it. They were both
You
into
should have
the
had like,
story.
finish it halfway before you played the music.
I thought that was perfect.
What
So
did the psychic tell you?
my psychic, well, because I asked just about job shit, because of course that's like top of mind. But she said I pulled. Cricket, fuck you.
The slow build.
You don't know how loud I could go. You don't know how loud I could talk.
No, that that just means you have to talk faster. You know how they always talk faster when they're going like, they're like, okay, like.
They're trying to finish
Okay,
it.
I'm gonna take so my agent did this. God bless you. Good night.
If I could hire a woman in a cocktail dress to stand right next to you, like to lead you out, that would be perfect. Just start coming, like just have the cocktail, have her come up and just grab your arm, like you ready to go.
They said they were into it. You're the only one that's not
I know, I'm
into
just
my
having
fucking
fun. I'm
reading.
sorry, go ahead.
Tell us
So what
the
was it?
psychic tell you.
I was just asking about job shit, okay, Cricket?
Okay,
And
what
then
happened?
she says, I see you work with someone that's really rude and his name's Richard. And I was like, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Her attitude changed. Yo, I'm scared.
Asshole.
Anyways, basically, I was just asking about job shit. She said I pulled the King of Cups card, which is a romantic card.
Ooh.
So she said
Spicy.
that I'm going to find an older, more mature man. And he's going to be Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio.
Oh,
and,
wow.
Dang.
within the year. And so
Older man, eh?
I'm looking for my King of Cups.
Hold on, Craig.
I can't.
Okay, so you're gonna meet Neva, right?
I'm not any of those signs, so it's not me.
When you say Cancer, Pisces, and
Scorpio.
Scorpio.
Ooh, emotional.
Which is funny. All I've dated is Cancers and Scorpios.
You know, Richard over here.
Scorpio's the best.
Scorpio.
It could
She
be
said
Richard.
no. She said it's gonna be someone new and nice.
He owns Mew.
Yeah, that is good.
I'm nice. I'm a nice guy.
You're a nice guy.
I'm a nice guy.
Wow, you're and Richard.
You're
Let
Richard.
me turn up the music on you. I wish I fucking could control it over here. So I told my grandma this news. She was been wanting me to get married since I was like 19, right? And she says just don't find
At
a man.
19?
Damn, she wanted to breed you.
She was
in, man.
ready.
She's
She's
ready
ready
for
for me to get
grandbabies.
married.
I might kick the can.
That's a
She's
Mexican,
like-
that's a Mexican shit, right?
Yeah. She's like, so what are you doing? You're just like not. And she's like, you're getting old. I'm like, okay, well, thanks. She said, she said, just don't find a man wearing a pinky ring.
Oh.
She said, men who wear pinky rings, stay away from them because they are
Whenever you
serious,
I know.
serious womanizers.
I haven't had a pinky ring in years, but yeah.
And
But you actually had one.
Yeah, pinky ring, Nev?
Used to have one, yeah.
Dang.
What year?
Just the pinky.
What year?
This was like early
What was the
2000s.
what was the popping song that you bought the
This is
pinky
when you
ring?
had your dog tag chain too, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I was balling.
You had dog tags and a pinky ring?
Yo, when I
Iced out.
when I
Iced out, baby.
when I
Iced
moved
out,
to
man.
Vegas, right? Oh no. Here, this is even better. When Neva moved to Vegas and he would come back to New York,
Yeah.
every time he visited,
You had a new piece of jewelry?
he had something new. So when he first came back, it would be like, it would be like a bracelet, right? And then it would be like his pinky ring, and then he got a chain, and then he got like a Brentling, right? So like,
what?
But it's so
Brightly.
crazy because I used to wear that shit with no problems in New York. I don't know if I could do that now or if I would want to do it now.
I mean, it's different now, right?
Yeah.
It's fucking Robin season.
Hell
now.
yeah.
You ain't
You
wearing
rocking
none
a
of that.
Breitling and an iced out dog tag? Yeah, man.
Jesus.
So you had the pinky ring.
I had the pinky ring.
All right, so let's go through how much you spent on all of this shit.
All right.
How much was the pinky ring?
Had to be like around over 3,000.
And was
That's
it-
a lot of money.
there was 3,000 at that time.
Yeah.
So it was like 5,000.
Now.
Okay.
5,000. I don't know. I'm just making
No,
this
no.
shit
I,
up.
yeah.
I don't
Money
know
has
what that
changed.
means. So yeah. So wait, the pinky ring, right? Had a diamond in it.
Yeah. It had like 4 diamonds.
So what'd you buy?
That was
Who-
nicer than my first engagement ring.
Who was it? Who was your Jacob the jeweler?
I forgot his name. I can't think of it right now, but it was from he lived out here.
Okay.
And he used to like
What was his race?
Middle Eastern. For sure.
it was Middle East. You're right, yeah.
Middle
So
Eastern.
you went to a shop
Yeah.
and you pick. It wasn't like the pawn shop or nothing.
Kind of looked like it, yeah. I mean, it did look like a pawn shop. But it was like he was doing jewelry for Genuine, Swiss Beats,
Oh, wow.
a couple of artists.
Where in
In
New York?
Vegas. In Vegas, yeah.
Damn.
Really?
Yeah.
He had a clientele list, huh?
Yeah.
Shit.
So you went there.
I
So
went
he was the
there.
go-to guy.
You know, I went to
Who suggested him?
Brandon
Brandon Rogue.
Yes.
Yeah. He was. Yeah. Okay.
He suggested him.
Yeah. He promoted. He was the first hip hop. He promoted with Shecky the first hip hop party out here.
Yeah.
Which was Bounce Thursdays at Light. Right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Brandon Rowe. Shout to Brandon Rowe.
Yeah, man. So yeah, he took me to this guy. He was like, so yeah, I bought the pinky ring. I bought the chain. The chain cost like around.
So you bought everything all at once.
No. I bought it like separately.
But from the same guy.
First one
kept
was the
going
pinky
out.
ring.
First was the pinky ring.
Because it was the most affordable.
I think so.
So Mike, I want to walk me through. Did you go there and like, I'm gonna buy a chain today, and then you saw the prices of the chain, like, damn, I can't afford a chain. Let me get a pinky
I don't
ring.
remember. I don't know if it went down like that, but
Did you have a budget?
not really. I was just like, fuck it. So I was like, I got the pinky ring,
Yeah.
and then like maybe a fucking couple of weeks later, I got the chain, which is like maybe 8,000.
And this is when platinum was popping.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is 11 grand. Now.
So it's like the first chain I got was the key. It was an iced out key. But then
Wait,
What does it mean?
What was the representation?
Key to your
The key to
heart.
success.
the key to
Key to his heart.
You were Cali before Cali.
Was it like the old school looking key?
yeah, exactly.
the key out the hood.
The Bronx.
Escaping the Bronx. So I got the key.
Wait, did you have a house yet?
No, I didn't.
You didn't.
I didn't have the house yet.
But he had like a down payment. He was
so
wearing a down
even
payment
funny,
for a
even-
house.
You're such a rapper.
But even funny,
You're such a fucking rapper.
but it's so funny because at the time when me and Eddie was DJing for Andrew Sassoon and Light,
Yeah.
Yeah.
This when y'all were wild, right?
we was making good money. So Andrew was talking to Eddie. He's like, Eddie, what is Never doing with all the money he's making? Eddie's like,
He's wearing it.
he's buying chains, platinum rings and chains.
That's so.
I have a serious question though.
What?
So were you a womanizer? Because now I'm looking out for like men with pinky rings.
No,
at that
I
time.
wasn't. Nah, that's why
No,
I don't believe
honestly,
that.
It was all
like,
style. It was all
honestly.
style for
This is
that.
important.
I know,
like,
no, exactly, nah. I'm not.
I don't think
Word.
men are wearing pinky rings anymore.
Who the fuck? Who? I've never
Jay
heard that
Crazy
before.
wears a pinky ring. He has a
Oh,
pinky
Jay
Crazy.
Crazy is from
Maybe it's a New York thing. You know what I mean? Maybe I don't
Maybe
know.
it's in. Maybe it is.
You never had a pinky ring?
No, I don't. I'm not really into things on my fingers, like just in general. You know what I mean? Like, pause.
Why is everything?
Like I don't know. I just like my hands to be free, so I'll wear a watch.
the way he's doing things.
But like, I just don't like anything on my fingers. You know what I'm saying?
I don't
Like,
know.
They bother you.
Wait.
I just feel like if I'm DJing, a fucking ring is gonna get in. It's like weighing me down or
That's
something.
true,
Like I just
yeah.
don't want.
Did the pinky ring make you a worse DJ? Did it wear you down?
I thought I was looking fly with the fucking scratching. With that.
You were wearing you were wearing on the site. You were touching.
No,
the
I was
record?
DJing. Yeah, it didn't hold me down. No.
Yeah, I just.
Did
For
it
sure.
hold me down?
For sure, drank this drink. Like
Wait, can we talk more about the chains and the shit you was buying?
Go ahead. Yeah. So I'm saying I bought the key first.
Yeah.
And then one night I was DJing at the club.
Wait. Did anyone be like, "What does the key mean?" You didn't know. Like, they just
No, I was just like, this shit is dope.
Okay.
So I'm like, fuck it. This shit look fly. I'm gonna buy this.
right.
Bought the key. And then like one night at the club, some of the diamond fell out the key. And I was like, fuck, man.
Did you pick it up? Did you find it?
I couldn't find it, no. So I went back to the jeweler.
So how much? It was $8,000.
Yeah.
How much was the emblem?
No, the emblem was 8,000.
Oh, the emblem.
And then the chain was it was like a dog tag type of chain.
oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
So that was like, yeah.
But it was platinum.
It was, yeah.
So that must have been what, like 1,500, 2 G's.
Maybe like 215, yeah, something like that.
So you had 10,000 around your neck,
yeah,
And then 3 on the pinky.
3 on the pinky.
yeah. So like I said, the diamond fell out the key.
So you returned it.
So I returned it, yeah, and I was gonna get another.
Did you get AK back?
Huh?
I mean, that's the jeweler's fault, right? Because the diamond shouldn't fall
Yeah,
out.
yeah, no. So he hooked it up, but then I saw the dog tag, and I was like, "Yo, this shit look dope." It has the N on it, and this is at the time. I'm not sure if AM was right.
AM had a dog chain.
Okay, so I was like, "Yo, this shit is dope." Let me get the N. So I got the dog tag with the N.
Iced out.
Replaced it with that. Yeah. So I was rocking that next.
I remember that. That's when I saw that.
Yeah, exactly.
What did
So
you
wait,
think
how much
when
was
you,
the dog tag?
I think he hooked it up. He didn't charge me much.
A fair trade.
Exactly. Yeah.
You got pictures with that?
I still have the chain.
Can you
Oh,
send me a
shit.
picture? I gotta post this up.
Yeah, that's part of the cover. Yeah, so wait. So
But that was like the first year I started making real money out here.
of course,
I didn't
you gotta
give a
get,
fuck.
you gotta get your beat
So
wet.
what else? How much more did you spend? Besides
got a
that?
brand link.
But here's the thing, like
How much was that?
I still have it.
The Brentling, yeah.
It's like valued at 10,000.
Yeah.
You didn't drop 10,000.
No,
How much did you drop? Like 5, 6,
like 6 or 7.
6 or 7.
Yeah.
So you had the watch, the pinky ring, and the chain.
Yeah.
20 grand walking around.
Yeah.
Did you watch your back a little bit more?
That's the thing. I wasn't worried about getting robbed.
Jesus Christ.
I didn't even think
Dude,
about
that's
it.
as much my car is. $20,000.
I mean,
It was a different time, man.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, man.
It's like my student loans.
But yo,
You still got that chain?
but tell him.
But that was the first year where I didn't give a fuck. I was just spending money.
Right.
but we probably all
I
went
mean,
through that, right?
I'm gonna tell you something, man. The way he spent money was way better than the way I spent money when I first started making money.
What did
Really?
you, how
I was
did you
buying
spend?
like
Because you
whack shit.
feel like you would be really like your anals. I feel sorry.
Anals.
Sorry, you're very.
particular with what you like.
I feel like you're very organized, so I feel like you would have like a
you just-
spreadsheet of your expenses and
Wait, Chris, what was you buying? Because I've known you.
I just bought. I didn't really know.
He was throwing money away like it was nothing.
For what? When? I don't remember.
Wait, what?
What?
He was,
I've known
buying,
you
he was
since.
buying like clothes. Like you was going shopping like every fucking other day.
So clothes and like fashion was your thing.
This was the crazy shit. When I first moved to Vegas, we would be bored, right? So like every week, I would literally text Neva and be like, "Let's go shopping,"
yeah.
and we would just shop every like Tuesday or
was the
Wednesday,
shop.
like
That
right
was like-
before the weekend.
That'd be right before the club.
Would it be like a
open up.
lunch date and then shop,
Yeah,
or was it like
we
a
get
little?
lunch and then we just go to like forum shops or whatever, and we just
Yeah.
shop
Wow.
every week. We
Caesar's
just went.
Palace? Yeah, and the farm shops. Yeah,
Yeah.
Fashion show mall. It was just like
Would
So
you
your
guys
thing
like?
was just your thing was just high end fashion. Like you just Ralph Lauren.
It was like the first time I could buy what I want. So like I remember like I wanted Purple Label.
Yeah.
I wanted like a Purple Label Ralph Lauren shirt.
Big
Yeah.
talk.
But it's like when I went there, they didn't have no selection. And I was like, damn, I want a Purple Label though.
Yeah.
So then I was with the salesman was gassing me up, right? So there was this purple shirt.
Yeah.
It was this purple button up, right? And then he was like, I tried it on, and he was like, yo, that shit is fly. Like, yo, this shit's dope. So I was like, yo, Purple Label, and it's the purple shirt. So it's like the purple, like it's
and you
purple.
can't forget it had cufflinks.
Wait,
It had the
so wait,
cuff- Go ahead.
So I was like, yo, do you have the ones with buttons? And he's like, man, you gotta get cufflinks, bro. And I was like, I gotta get cufflinks? And I was like, oh shit. So I like actually went to go get cufflinks.
Yeah.
So like I put this shit on, and I remember I was going to work. And this is a time where we all kind of like work together.
Yeah.
So like if he was at one club, I was in another club, and we all meet up
After, yeah.
So like I remember I was like, oh man, I'm gonna work. I had my Purple Label shirt with the cufflinks and shit, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna meet up with Nev, and I'm gonna fucking floss on this motherfucker. This motherfucker's gonna be like, yo, look at your shit.
Yeah.
And I just walked towards him, and him and Eddie, I don't know who he was with, but they just started dying laughing. And you just kept making Prince
The
noises.
Prince was
How much? And I never wore it again.
How much did you drop on the shirt?
Probably like 300 at least.
In cufflinks.
Cufflinks probably I didn't go all out for the cufflinks. Cufflinks
Yeah.
were like maybe 60,
I know
70.
cufflinks can get up there like in the
Yeah.
price, you know what I mean?
But is this when like
But imagine like you seeing him out of nowhere with a purple shirt with cufflinks.
I can't
That
even
was just like,
imagine you in a purple shirt right now. Like
But see, it was so weird. Remember back then we'd have jeans and then we'd have to wear like dress shoes.
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Is this
Yeah.
is this when you guys used to have to dress up a little bit
Yeah.
more?
A little bit, yeah.
You couldn't get into a club in sneakers and like
Yeah.
shit. Like it's not like it is now.
No, like literally any of you guys could go DJ right now.
Yeah, like
No, we
it
would
was-
DJ like
Like
this.
this.
But even still, they would complain. I think at one point, didn't they tell you that you guys had to wear
I had
like
to wear shoes. We had to wear shoes while we was DJing.
like hard bottoms.
Yeah.
Like no sneakers.
Stacey Adams.
But then Andrew Sasson was like, "That's ridiculous. These guys have
Yeah.
to stand for 5-6 hours.
Yeah.
Like, they're not
Do
going to
they-
work."
they hurt
That
your
lasted 1
feet?
week.
There were a few spots that was like
Yo,
you gotta wear a
yo,
collar shirt.
When I first moved out here, they would like every week was a different torture. It was like you can't play reggae, you can't do this, you can't do that. It was like we're gonna switch around the rooms. You go in here and you go. Every time you're like, damn, I'm gonna. It almost felt like a reality show, like one of those game shows. Like, what are they gonna throw at us?
I know, like the original Squid Game.
Yeah, we didn't know, right? It's like, why did he put me in this room? Oh shit, am I fired? Am I gonna
What's
get?
gonna happen?
Yeah, am I
get
out?
demoted?
And it's just
And
because
they
they
would
were
cut my
it's just
pay.
because they were bored.
Yeah, I remember like at one time the booth, like I'm DJing and the booth was loud. And then Andrew Sasson was talking to somebody and they almost suspended me because I was playing it too loud.
They
And then
made
they
Your booth monitor.
yeah. And then so they said, you can't come back to work till you get your ears checked. And I needed to go to the doctor and get my ears checked. It was just like every week was like
I remember I got suspended because I was doing the side room and they closed early, but it was still busy. So I went to the manager. I was like, yo, why you close this room up? And he thought I was like cursing him out. And he got mad at me. He's like, he threw his drink. Fuck you. Go home. Don't come back here until you know how to talk to a manager. And I'm just like,
Imagine
so I got suspended for like 2 days.
That's wild.
Yeah, it was.
And
just
I
like,
had to call Andrew, like, yo, your man is wilding out. I mean,
yeah, it was like every week almost, right? There was
Yeah.
something happening every week.
yeah.
There was like another group meeting we had to do.
Yeah.
Somebody did something.
Some disaster.
That dress code shit was whack though, bro. I remember I was looking at some pictures recently, and I was like, "What was I wearing?"
Yo,
Like, I
y'all
remember
looked crazy.
I had
in
one picture. I was like
2000.
rocking like these gray pants, and like I had like a tie with like suspenders,
That's you though. That's you.
and I was just
That's
like,
Inglewood.
You wore that a lot, though,
I
dude.
need that picture.
I was
We
like,
need all these pictures.
but it was like I had to be creative because we had a dress code. We had to wear a collared shirt. So I'm like, well, if I'm doing
what was
that,
the go-to? There was a go-to outfit that everyone suggested when they came here and moved here, and they couldn't get into the clubs. You had to get some Ken Cole shoes, right?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, yeah.
But the sneaker shoes that look horrible.
Yeah, with the rubbery bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Ken Cole, those motherfuckers look awful. Or you had to wear like some Gucci sneakers.
you know what I would get? I would get the
No,
Cole.
no, no. The Prada sneakers.
The Prada sneakers.
Prada sneakers was big.
Yeah.
Them like leather.
Actually,
joints,
I had a
the low
pair of
top
those too.
ones.
Yeah.
I would always get the Cole Haans. I like Cole Haan.
Oh, Cole Haans.
Because they was Nike. You know what I'm saying? So they was like way more comfortable. So I'll go to the Cole Haan store at the fashion show mall.
See me. I think you get the Cole Haans if you can't afford the Ken Cole.
Yeah, I wasn't making crooked. I wasn't
they're
making
more
crooked and never
comfortable,
money.
though.
I was making like
Yeah.
opener money.
So when I first moved out, I couldn't get like the Gucci sneakers or the Prada sneakers. So I got the Ken Coles, and I think I wore them for like 1 month, and I like never wore them again. But like, if I went to another club,
Yeah.
I could not get in sneakers.
Yeah.
I had to wear dress shoes or those fucking Ken Coles. And then the only sneaker that was acceptable to wear to get into the clubs were the worst sneakers in the world. It was like those Creative Rex.
Recreation.
Oh, my God. Oh, shit, yeah.
I forgot about those.
And those were the worst, yo.
The worst.
Yeah,
fam.
those sneakers was horrible.
The whole era of like the,
2008, 2009.
Creative Rex was popping for
I
some
hated
reason, bro.
those shoes.
those were the ugliest
Every
shit.
word of the shoes are whack.
I fucking hated that. That was like the nightclub wear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember
They're
at
all
one,
the way up to your
at one
fucking
spot, the
knees.
waitresses was all wearing them.
Yeah.
Like they was like
Like
all
the
wearing
pink and
yeah.
silver joints. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy bitches.
They were wearing those like the Reebok classics with
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
Velcros.
like the high top ones, they were wearing with like their like little waitress outfits.
Dude,
I
that
think,
was the
I think
fucking
Creative Rex
worst.
did like a big ass party one time during Magic or Agenda, and the whole staff was wearing Creative Rex.
Oh, remember when Creative Rex had the biggest parties?
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah.
It was Hudson Jeans and Creative Rex
Hudson
during
Jeans.
Magic.
Wow, man. Forgot about that.
Damn,
They would have the biggest party during Magic Weekend. Magic
Yeah.
Week was like Fashion Week.
that's when it was
And
popping. When
Vegas.
Magic was still
It was
popping.
fucking
heavy.
crazy. There's nothing like that now.
No.
What is
They
there's-
still do magic, but
It ain't not.
No,
Magic's
Magic
the
is
same.
sad.
It's not magic as before. Yeah.
It's like
Magic
the-
was
the-
here. It was here in August. I didn't even know.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the swap meet now.
Yeah.
It feels like
Come
when
on,
you
bro.
walk through.
Jesus fucking.
Nah,
It's bad.
No one gives a shit. Yeah,
No
no
one
one
cares.
gives a
Like
shit.
the
It's like
swap
it's like
meet.
Yo,
it's like
someone-
CD list like celebrity like reality stars. be
Like
going.
Pauly Shore.
someone literally.
Whoa, don't disrespect the guy.
Someone texted
What's
me
wrong
in like
with you?
2019. Someone texted me like, "Yo, I'm here for Magic," and I was like, "Why?
Like,
I remember
like,
that you told me that.
Why are you here?"
Why are you
and they're
here?
like, like they were just in bad, like,
I saw Andre 3000 at Magic like 3 years ago.
Wow,
really?
Yeah, I
Fucking
was
sad.
surprised.
I wonder if someone paid him to come out.
for sure. She got a check.
Yeah.
But you know what? I will say, like, during that time, the early 2000s, I feel like everyone was on the same page with everything, with fashion, with music. Like, everyone was on the same page. And I feel like now people just aren't. Like, people don't give a shit. Everyone's doing their own thing.
Nah, I think it was all different, man.
Yeah.
The work shit. I mean, when we would wear some shit, I think the worst sign of something being like out was when like the staff or the host or the manager started wearing the shit. in the nightclub.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Remember there was that one
That was like that
VIP
in LA
host.
too. Yeah.
You had like the invisible Air Force Ones.
Yeah.
And then he came up to you. He's like, "Look, Nev, I got the invisible Force." So you were like, "I'm never.
I never
wearing them
wore
shits
those
again."
again.
I always hated that Air Force One.
That is kind of the worst. Like when like a manager or somebody like, damn, he wearing it. Fuck.
Yeah,
man.
you know it's a wash.
Like I used to steal out of your shit though. Like
Damn.
I would see what you was wearing. Like you was the first person I saw wearing hundreds.
I mean,
Oh,
that's not-
really?
I mean, that's not the greatest look.
No,
I mean,
hundreds
but
was
we talking about
popping.
07, 08.
You
though.
talking hundreds.
I think
Yeah.
the only reason why I wore that is because we started carrying it at the store.
You had
right?
you had the chinos on, and I was like, "Yo, what is that?" And you told me. And I think I came and bought them.
The 100 jeans, yeah. The 100 jeans weren't their pants weren't that bad.
The pants was dope. I had like
The
2 pair of
cut
chinos. Yeah.
hundreds was dope.
I only wore that shit because it was in the store though.
But that was good promotion.
And they gave us samples of them shits also. Man.
Yeah, we
they
would
gave us
even
a
wear
bunch
that
of
shit.
them.
One time I asked you something, you was like, "Oh, it's John Barbados." I was like, "Damn, like I want to be able to."
Oh,
afford
that's
that
another
shit.
shop he used to shop at.
So I remember
John-
like when I first got my first John Barbados, I felt so proud because I was like, "I'm making money."
I made it like Crook.
Cooking wearing this shit, like I can afford it
Headliner.
now. I
Headliner.
remember I walked in the first time, I was like, "Damn, this shit is fucking $200 for a shirt, like
Yeah.
bro.
$300 for a button up." I was like, "Damn, what kind of money is
John
Crooked making?"
Barbados. I remember I used to rock their Converse,
Yeah.
and I used to wear Dior jeans.
Wow, see,
Yeah,
big
Nah,
baller.
he was spicy, bro.
Dior jeans.
Dior jeans was shit.
Damn, bro, I didn't even know.
I still
Dior
like the
made
other
jeans.
pants you be wearing a lot.
When Hetty Slimane,
I don't even
Hetty
see you wear
Slimane was,
jeans at all now, Crooked.
I know Hetty Slimane was making those Dior jeans. That's when they was popping.
Damn.
Yeah.
It was like beautiful, man. That was a different era, bro.
Yeah.
Right now, it's like kind of dope because like there's no real dress code. Well, that was the dress
I feel
code.
like it's
that
just,
was
it's
the
just
worst.
whoever you know now, right? Like you can get in hats was definitely a
There's still stigma with hats right now, right? Because I feel like
with,
that's the one thing.
with sports teams hats. I feel like some places, but if
Yeah,
it's
but
just
people
like
tell me to take off my beanie all
I was
the
gonna
time.
say,
Yeah.
do people find issues with the beanie?
yeah,
Still-
I mean,
yeah,
while
yeah.
y'all are all wearing
I just
the
noticed we're all
beanie,
no, for real.
you guys, I should have worn my beanie.
I feel like the beanie is
no.
like the beanie is like the one thing. Like a lot of places, be like yo, you gotta take that shit off. Like,
Oh,
like
really?
hats are cool, and then they might trip if it's like a popular logo, like a LA Dodgers hat that's like maybe associated with like a gang or something.
Wasn't coat check mandatory
Yeah,
back then too?
all spots.
It was, yeah.
Because I remember I used to rock like a jacket, and I'd be like, yo, the East Coast, you want to rock the jacket in the club, and they'd be like, you have to check it, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck are you talking about?
You're ruining my steez.
Like
I
my
feel like
whole
they
outfit,
tried
bro.
to do it a little bit here, and then they realized it didn't work.
Yo, the best thing about the one thing I did love in that early era was when you got when you became a resident at a club, they gave you a business card. So if you
That's
were
dope.
if you were part of like light group, you got a light group card,
Yeah,
and then that card was like access to anything.
yeah.
It
Go,
was
go
like
any place.
you don't have to mention
You
names.
said you would just drop the card everywhere.
just you have the business card. It had light group. It had Richard Sung DJ Crooked, and I just like it could be any club or restaurant. I would give them my card, and I would no reservation. They
You're
took care
treated
of
like
me.
Yeah.
royalty.
That was the one.
never
That's the
forget when
one
I-
thing I fucking miss.
When I got my cards for the first time, I was like, damn, and it
Yeah.
had all the venues on it.
Oh, really?
So like it
Uh-huh.
said Tao Beach, Lavo, Lavo, like Marquee. Like I was like, okay, they have my Darren Miles, like, resident DJ. Just throw that thing out, bro. Like
It was crazy. Like I would just go to a
Gold.
restaurant. Like we go to Sushi Roku, right? Be like 6 of us, and then be like, "Yo, I'm sorry, we're like all booked." And I'd be like, "Yo, I'm DJ Crooked. I work at Light Group." Give him like the card. He'd be like, "Okay, we'll work something out." It was just like crazy.
Whoa.
It would be. I would go to a club.
impressive.
I would go to a club. I would go any bar or anything in Vegas. I just be like, whip out that card, and it was like, "We'll try to take care of you." And they
was
would
a
they would
flex.
take care of you, yo.
Yeah.
It was. I missed that so much.
It was a
I know.
flex.
It was the best shit ever because I didn't have to like. It was literally that like we wash each other's hands like.
Yeah.
Like, oh, your industry, like we take care of industry.
we got
What?
you.
Wash each other's hands.
Yeah, like we
That's a
take
good
care of
term.
each other,
That's a
yo.
good
term.
Yeah, like it was like really a dope thing, and if someone came up and it was like reciprocated.
Yeah.
So if like, oh, yo, you're from Sushi. Oh yeah, I remember you, and then you would like,
Yo, was you giving
hooked them up.
was you giving your card to chicks?
1000%.
Of course. Look at
That was a cold
I
flex.
feel.
Like, oh, yo, it's nice meeting you. Yeah, hit me up. You know what I mean? It's my
And you
card,
give
right?
him the card.
If they actually text me, I'm like, damn,
Use it
that
for
shit,
evil.
You know what I'm saying? Like that shit was powerful, bro.
it was.
Powerful.
Yo,
That's
Nothing
like
like
having
that,
like
man.
one of the fucking Infinity Stones and shit.
never
that
would you
fine
give your
stuff.
card to
Do
girl.
people still? I'm trying to think. Maybe.
You said what?
I asked Nev if he'd give his card to girls.
I'm trying to think, dude.
I mean, it was more important.
It was more like the business thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but every once in a while, if you wanted to flex,
Of course, Darren would use it for evil.
because it was more for business. Like if I met like a promoter, or if I met like you said, going to a restaurant,
So
going
say
anywhere.
that. Say that person from that restaurant will go to the club and they'll be like, "Oh, I know Cricket," and show your card.
No, they would take care of them. They wouldn't even need to show my card. They would just tell them I'm at Sushi Roku, and they would take care of them.
Nice.
It was a different time back then.
Yeah.
Now it's like it's weird. Like nobody knows. Like and especially there's all this new door staff now. After the like post pandemic,
Everyone's
totally
getting reacquainted
different,
now.
Yeah.
Even now, like when I go to any club, I'm like, damn, who do I know? I gotta like really think about it.
Yeah.
'Cause the staff is so
Yeah, it's
different, man.
stressful.
I just missed that fucking card. That was like the best shit ever. It was a flex when you would be with a shorty, and you go to like, yo, let's go here, and it was like, yo, there's no
It's gonna
there's
be
no
hard
tables.
to get in. Yeah,
Just like, yo, I'm sorry, there's no tables.
I will have to say, as a woman, that is like one of the most like impressive things. You're like,
Yeah.
damn. Okay. All right.
It was
I
the
see
best shit. Like when you're with a shorty and they're like, yo, there's no tables. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, we're booked. And then you
Felt
give them
like
that car
Goodfellas.
and they're like, they would do some Goodfellas shit
Yeah.
just to take care of you. They would like, yo, we set up a special table just for you. And you're just like, yo, this is fucking dope. Like,
those are the days.
especially compared to New York where you had to know motherfuckers at the door
Yeah.
to get in and shit. It was like,
Yeah. Now Vegas is totally different.
I missed that.
Man, I never forget.
I missed
with,
that
like,
service.
I was with like 3 or 4 of my homegirls from LA, and it was when 4040 was still open.
Ooh.
And they were showing like a big fight or something was going on like around like 5 or 6 o'clock. So it was before my Tao gig. So I went and I was like, yo, such and such. I DJ at Lavo. And they were like, yo, we're completely booked. And then they were like, well, hold on. Let me see if we could get a manager for you. Came out. Dude was like, oh, yo, I remember you at Lavo, blah, blah. He was like, I got you. And just sat me right in front of like the big screen with 4 chicks.
It's crazy.
Got us food and everything. I looked like the fucking man. It was the illest shit.
Damn.
I missed that.
Look at your face. You had a good night.
Oh
huh?
my god.
You had a good night.
He rode the tricycle.
Having
And then
a
I went and
flashback.
DJ'd and
Tricycle.
Man.
Threesome.
Nah. It was light.
It was 4. He was with 4 ladies.
He's like, no, it's a foursome.
The quad.
Yeah.
Look at him. Look, he's
Memories.
look at
Going down memory
Look at
lane,
his
bro.
face. He's married like, damn.
You can't even
Monica
speak.
was bad.
You can't even speak right now. You taking him back
man.
to.
I know, right?
Look at him looking
Good
around.
time, bro.
Good time, bro.
I'm
miss those.
so
I miss
uncomfortable.
those days.
Yo, by the way, speaking of, well, I want to go like since we're talking about the past. Did you see that Video Music Box documentary?
Yes.
You guys haven't seen it.
Nah.
No, where's it at?
It's on Showtime.
HBO. Oh no, shit, it's Showtime.
Yeah. Mhm.
There's a bunch of great documentaries on Showtime right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, you told me of the comedy one. I forget what it was.
Wait, Video Music Box was that like the call-in thing, right?
No.
Wait, I don't even know what
Video Music Box is like a New York
It's a public access,
show. Yeah.
But it was like the first. It's one of the.
It was like
first
way before
hip-hop-
MTV Raps.
Oh,
So you were, I
it's-
thought it was a call in. You requested.
No, that's
No.
the box.
Oh,
That's what we had.
That's what we
You guys
had.
had the box.
box.
Everyone
Video
had the
Music
box,
Box is like
yeah.
a New York show.
Okay.
It was only shown in
It's
New York.
basically the first hip hop R&B music video show.
yeah.
Oh, this is the
And
one
it
that
was
would
on
walk around with the microphone.
Public access.
It was on
TV?
public access. It was Channel 31. I remember because I used to run home after school.
Everybody did, yeah.
and it used to start at 3:30, I think. Right?
So it was like
3:30,
your guys' TRL for us. Like that was like
Exactly.
TRL. For us.
Generation,
Yeah.
yeah.
But it was at a time when MTV obviously had all this like shows, but they only
They
showed.
wasn't playing no hip hop videos
No.
at the time. Just Run DMC.
Yeah.
So they were the first Video Music Box was the first hip hop show. And it was in New York, and I think they were saying that Yo MTV Raps was spawned.
They had a
because of them.
chance, yeah. Because, and during the show, they talked about how Ralph McDaniels went. Ralph McDaniels was the guy that started Video Music Box.
Yeah.
He went to MTV to like sell it to them, but at the time they didn't want to deal with it. They was like, "Nah, we're not doing no hip hop."
And then he
rap.
stole the idea.
Exactly,
This is where
yeah.
this is where the idea of us interviewing people at our events came from, right?
Yeah,
So
they
like,
did.
so they actually created. I think it. They did start. I don't remember it, but the shout out started with them, kind of, right?
Well,
No?
they shout out, but they wasn't the first show to like go around with the microphone.
What was
talking
that
to
guy's
people.
name? I forget his name.
But it was
Are you
definitely
talking about Soul Train? Was that the first?
Nah,
No.
it was remember New York Hot Tracks?
I don't.
That was on ABC. That was like before Video Music Box. This was like in '83, and it was they used to film it in the clubs, and the host used to like talk to the people, be like, and they used to do shout outs. So that was like the first show to
do the shout outs.
Yeah,
Because I remember it was a new concept, and then like it started becoming part of pop culture.
Yeah.
To be like, I want to give a shout out.
Yeah.
And they were like,
Yeah.
oh man, they got that shit from Video Music Box.
Nah, it was New York Hot Tracks.
It was Hot Track.
And it was the DJ was Carlos D. Jesus. Rest in peace.
Carlos de Jesus.
Yes,
Sounds
Like
really Latino.
Yeah, but they was playing like hip hop. They played everything hip hop, pop.
That's
rock,
that's
dance.
definitely a motherfucker with a pinky ring right there.
Don't be no Puerto Rican.
Your name is Carlos the Jesus?
Jesus.
Puerto Rican for sure.
Carlos de Jesus. You got a pinky ring for sure.
Yes.
You need to stay away from
And
that
a cross and a
motherfucker.
You sound like you got
Cross.
a gold pinky ring though. Like
Yeah.
gold out.
You Latin gold.
So it was hot tracks.
It was a New York hot track.
So
yeah.
Video Music Box, I grew up on that shit. So I would watch it. And they would be in the clubs, and they would be talking, giving shout outs. They talked to some of the rappers hanging out in the
Yeah,
clubs.
uh-huh.
And then when we started doing live events, I'm like, yo, let's do the Video Music Box shit and just go to the club and talk to motherfuckers.
That's like a hard thing to do too.
It was fun.
It was so
though.
much fun.
We did it, and
yeah.
it was fun. And
How come you guys never released it?
because
Oh, it was wild.
no, we did release it.
We released it and then it got taken down.
It got taken down, but
It was really wild. It was pretty cool.
yeah, the
was-
venue that we the venue that we recorded that live event at, they saw the recap video and they're like, "This is too nasty.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
you
we
guys
was
need to
wildin'.
take it down."
We was
You
This
guys
motherfucker.
did while out a little bit.
So, but anyway, we were gonna plan that. So like that worked so well. We were like, all right, 2020, we're setting up a tour and we're doing this shit on the road.
Yeah.
And then the
COVID.
pandemic hit.
Yeah.
So you would have seen more of it.
Yeah, because
Because
that
we
shit
had
was
bought
so
new
good.
mic.
We
We
were
have-
supposed to start in Texas, right?
Yeah, we had a
Yeah.
new
South by
mic.
Southwest.
We had
Yeah.
a new
Uh-huh,
mic.
yeah.
We had a new like everything was so set
Yeah,
up.
we were like, me and him were like testing out the mics. We were like, how
Dude,
like, you know, it
2
was like
weeks
perfect.
before
And
everything.
we were
happened.
still gonna go. We was buying like gloves and
Yeah,
fucking
we was
masks.
like, let's load up on
yeah, we
the
were.
masks and sanitizers.
We were.
We were like,
Yeah.
yo, if we're gonna be shaking hands, we gotta have gloves on.
Yes, hand
We gotta
sanitizer.
hand sanitizer
Yeah,
by
you said
DJ
that.
booth. Like we was like really still gonna go.
I'm such an idiot, man.
But we didn't know. We had
No, we didn't know
idea.
what was happening.
Yeah.
We didn't know
It was
get
so
like
new.
that.
COVID was so new,
And
bro.
Vegas was downplaying it so much, I feel. Like we were
But you know what
ignoring
changed?
it.
What changed was as soon as the wind closed that Sunday, we're like, this is out of
that, and then everywhere
That was
else
like the
a
domino
snowball.
effect.
That
Yeah,
was like- that
everyone
was it.
just and they laid people off. It's
I
when
think
they
I still
started
had.
laying
I
people
think I
off.
still had one more gig on like I think it was March 11th or 12th, and then after that, that
Yeah, because they
coming
closed
week-
down on that Sunday. I think it was the
Yeah,
12th.
and it was
But
a
we
wrap.
were thinking about it because we were like, oh, let's see what happens. Because a lot of talk was happening, but we didn't know what was happening. But you did say we could wear gloves and double mask.
But you know what's crazy? We
And
still
then-
could have went.
And we yeah,
Still coulda
Texas
went.
didn't.
They was with it. They was with it. They was like,
Oh yeah,
feel-
Texas
yeah,
did
yeah.
it.
And then
No, they were with it.
they was
I
with
mean,
us. I'm saying like,
and then we
man,
talked about
it
the
was-
face
it was-
shields.
It was Texas. They was
was
always
with
with
it.
it. They was with it the whole
let's-
time.
let's
You
do
know
it.
what was crazy about that time though, because I was DJing the male strip club, and so basically we stayed
Wait,
open
wait.
like
You was-
yeah, she went over that
I know,
one.
you just went over that,
You
like,
should see my.
because I almost named the venue, and so I don't know. if I
Okay,
should.
so what did you do?
Wait, which
You know,
one was it?
It was
Chippendales?
Rhino.
Ooh.
It was Rhino. And
Wait,
so
Rhino has male dances. there?
before the pandemic, they had started a male strip club, so I was DJing.
No
it.
way. I didn't know that.
In the same, in a different
So
location.
you know, no. Like right next to the Drake room, like the room before you get into the Drake room.
Yeah.
That room from 7 to 12, it would be a male strip club.
Oh my god.
And then-
I never knew.
I never knew
Yo,
that.
you know
And
what I
then-
would have loved to do?
What?
I would have loved to take some out of town motherfuckers and be like, yo, let's go to Rhino. And then I would have taken
No,
them to
it
the
was
male strip club
wild.
review. And they'd be like, wait.
We was never in there before
This
midnight.
ain't the
though.
Rhino we want. I'm like, what are you talking? This is the Rhino we've been talking about all these years.
This is it.
Yeah, no, and then at midnight, the girls, they would bring the girls in. And so the male part would be done.
Yeah.
And so, but Rhino, we got to stay open like a week or two after everything closed. And it was like, they literally had to like kick us out of there. But we got like an extra week. And I was
Oh,
like,
I heard the city had to go there.
yeah, they literally had to.
Yeah. I heard
like-
the city had to go there and tell them like, yo, y'all need to shut down. Like
Yeah.
you can't keep doing this.
Yeah,
shit.
So I took an extra like 2 checks, I think. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, what if we just keep going? What if the strip clubs keep going and like I could still, be good? But
Oh damn, you was irresponsible, huh?
Yeah.
I didn't know. The cool thing though is that they had us like, I had to park in like the stripper valet.
You and
And-
charisma.
I was just thinking about her.
Sisters.
She was the charisma of Las
working.
Vegas.
I didn't know the reality of the situation, so I was down.
Shouts to
keep
charisma.
going.
Just
I want to
because.
have
Yeah, shout out
charisma
to
back
Charisma.
Oh
on.
yeah, shouts to
Yeah.
Chris. I love you. You're amazing.
Yeah, she was a dope episode. We got to get her back on for sure.
Yeah.
because she's been popping. She
Yeah,
got LA
she's been
popping,
killing
bro.
that shit.
We've been getting suggested a lot of people actually on Twitter. So we gotta go through that list. But people being like, "Yo, what about this person? What about this person?"
Yeah.
As a guest. But yeah, a lot of people did request Charisma to come back, and just incredible.
It was
and
great to
incredible.
hear her on, just because like if you're from
She's
LA,
so real, man.
it's like she's a huge name.
Yeah.
Well, how was the strip club that you DJ'd?
It was
The male shit.
Yeah, what were you
it
playing?
was like it's crazy because women are so much more wild than
So they
men.
were, like, grabbing
women
shit,
grab shit. The men like get even crazier because I think it's like the energy is just different, like because way more shit's allowed, and so you'd have security in there, but they would let a lot of shit pass. Like I just saw a lot of shit I probably should just never have seen in my life. Honestly,
What was you playing though, like music wise?
you know it? It like I was saying any 50 Cent song pops in a male strip club. Name a 50 Cent
Really?
song and it goes off. Like literally my whole crate could have been 50 Cent and it would have worked. But you have just a little bit.
Many men.
Many men.
Wish death upon me.
Candy
I was saying, I was
shop.
just like, okay, maybe Candy
Candy
Shop.
shop.
Don't tell me Many Men works.
I've never fucking played that song. Magic Stick.
Oh, of course.
Magic Stick. Candy shop.
That's
Just a
probably like an
little
anthem
bit.
for a male strip club.
Let me
right?
tell you, almost any 50
21
Cent
questions?
song
Wow.
pops off.
Many men. I'm thinking of girls just like wilding out. Many men wish death upon me.
But you know it's
Because he got hit like I got hit, but he ain't fucking
Was
breathing.
Wankster?
Wankster.
I feel like the beat might have gone off, but no, they so
Wankster's not bad. I can see Wankster.
like my
Wait, so wait. So we're talking about Disco Inferno, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
just
Candy
yeah,
Shop, right?
Just a little
just
bit.
a little bit,
Just a little bit.
Magic Stick. Magic Stick was a
Stick.
big one.
Yeah.
Window Shopper.
Maybe.
No.
21 Questions.
21 Questions.
Maybe like Baby by Me. Something like that.
Oh, have a baby, might be baby,
Yeah.
be a million.
PIM strip.
PIM. Oh,
Yeah.
PIMP.
Yeah, PIMP.
Yeah.
Candy shop.
It's
Down
so
on me.
The
weird.
realest nigga?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that record, brother. That was a two-part record.
What about
yeah.
Smile? Because you're my best friend.
Oh, what
That
about
was
some
two
G-Unit?
different songs. Smile was by Lloyd
Oh, yeah, it
Banks.
was.
What was the G-Unit? I want to get to know you.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a good one.
With Joe. Yeah, something
Hey,
like
yo,
that.
technology hit? No.
Hey, yo. That,
Hey,
I can see that.
It
I can see
might-
that.
I can see that one.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like someone had a routine to that song.
Hey, yo, technology?
Yeah.
I could totally see that. 'cause
And it's
slow.
also different because men have their songs and they have their routines. Like they have
Yeah.
their costumes for this song. So
That's
actually,
crazy.
it was so hard because like I'm
Oh,
kind of like
pause.
a show.
Jesus Christ.
You have to be like a showrunner. You know how to.
Yeah, that was
Did
crazy.
you snort?
Yeah.
did.
Snorting.
Go ahead. Tell us, explain why how hard
It was
was.
difficult. It was extremely difficult because
You knew the, by the way. You
it was more difficult than a female strip club for sure.
Yeah.
Because there's more.
Why is that though? Why would you
Because
say that?
there's actually like a set list and you actually have to like, and they're men, so I'm having to manage men around. Why do you always do it to me? Why do you always do it to me? Cricket,
Wrap it up. Wrap that shit up.
I'm done.
Never go. Go stand next to her and
I'm done.
don't leave.
I'm literally leaving.
Don't leave. Come on, we're just joking.
That was beautiful, Nudia.
Don't leave, Nudia.
Nudia, thank you so much for bringing this some experience to us.
Don't leave, Nudia.
But she is right.
But
50 Cent hits.
so like since that venue is not used to having that show, we got away with a lot of shit. Like they didn't check our bags.
I didn't even hear about that.
Me either.
Hey, you were a regular at the time.
But
Sorry,
realistically,
sorry.
we wasn't going to Rhino during them hours from 7 to midnight. I don't think I've
No,
ever
that's
seen.
like psycho hour.
And it's not like motherfuckers will invite us. Yo, y'all should come to the male strip
Male
club.
review.
Next to the Drake room, we got the popping room.
But never you said
I would have gone.
You said,
I would have gone. I would have checked that. I would have loved to have brought an out of town motherfucker over there.
Yo, it's popping. Right
But like,
now. Let's go.
not even like laugh. Just be like straight face for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Like y'all want some wings and just like order shit.
You probably would do that shit. I can see you doing that.
But be totally like straight face serious and be like,
Yeah.
this is popping, man. This is good. Because
Like, yo, what you think, bro?
I'll be like, and I'll be like, yo,
right?
I'll be like, yo, there's some fly ones here tonight because usually on
Usually
a
it's the
Tuesday,
B squad on a Tuesday.
on a Tuesday be
And,
wild.
and we gotta get some wings on top of that shit. Man. Yo.
Well, you want that breakfast sandwich too?
I want to see how long it would take to be like, yo, Crook, like we ain't fucking with this.
You
Like,
messing
we
with
ain't
me,
fucking
bro?
with this.
I feel like people would be quiet for a minute because they'd wait. They'd be like, okay, the girl's gonna come on soon, right?
Yeah.
And it's just like guy after guy.
There's an intermission every 15 minutes. Here.
I had that happen to me before, but not with a strip club. I had a homeboy. I didn't know he had recently come out as gay. So he was like, yo, let's go to the club. So I was like, all right. So then we get there and it's just all dudes.
Yo, I'm sorry. This is one of the greatest times when D-Mouse takes over.
Yeah,
like he literally hit me and was like, yo, let's go. And I looked and it was like dudes dancing and kissing. I was like, hey, man, what's up? Like, what's going on? Like, and he was like, oh.
He was like, yeah, what's up?
He was like, he's dancing. Like, oh, it's popping, right? I'm like, nah, man, it ain't popping. What do you mean? Like, he was like, let me get you a drink. I'm like, no, bro, what's going on? Like, where am I? And he was like, look, man,
West Hollywood, baby, what's good?
because he had disappeared for like a year, and then I think he was trying to find himself or something.
Yeah.
He found you.
He found you.
He
And
found
wanted you
himself.
to join him.
And he was like, yo, man, he was like, I disappeared. I had to come out like in my own way. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, it's all love, bro. We still fam. Like, just next
So
time.
how
warn a
long did
nigga,
you
like-
stay there?
I stayed the whole time. I didn't want to not support him. You know what I'm
stayed
saying?
the
I was
whole
like,
night?
But how was the
Yeah.
music? How was the music?
it was a lot of house. It was like 90s house, like a lot of like CeCe Peniston.
Did you get hit on like the whole night?
Yeah,
I
a few
could
times.
only fucking
I got
imagine.
the first time I was like offended, and I realized look where I'm at. Like, when am I supposed to? You know what I mean? I can't act offended. Like, so I just sucked it up, pause, and
So were you like,
Whoa, whoa.
Chill.
he did it.
Yo, low-key, did you start liking it after a while?
I
Were
was
you
just chilling, man. I was there to
I'm hot shit in
support
here?
my boy.
Like,
No, it was, it was funny. It was like, it was good looking people there. Like, it wasn't like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It was just, I just was thrown off by the energy and people dancing and making out. I was just like, I wasn't used to that.
So he's choking on his phone.
I know, right?
so
I wasn't used to seeing nothing like that, bro. I was so thrown off.
were
Like,
there no signs in the outside? Like, you didn't know from the outside when you...
I didn't know anything. I was just like, all right, Leia, let's meet up. It's cool. I just
And
didn't
you
know.
didn't notice there were no females? Like...
I just wasn't paying attention, and I've been in the room where it's just a bunch of dudes, but once they started dancing and like I saw the aggression and the making out, and that's when I was just like,
Aggression.
all right, man. Like the hold hands and grabbing the butts and all that. I was just like,
So it was the aggressive
they had
nature
to,
of
like-
it all. It was the aggressive nature of it all that scared you.
and then they had like the male go-go's,
Yeah.
with like the thong with the
Yeah,
ass
yeah.
out and all that. I was just like,
Damn, it's so
man, like-
muscular.
yeah,
Damn,
and it
does
was
he just
he
how
works
many
out.
spots
the
he
shirtless bartenders, and I was just like, not saying it is
Oh,
bad.
no,
it was
the
just,
bartenders wear thongs too.
yeah, and I was
Yeah.
just like, I just didn't know what was going on. I was just like, it was out of my element.
with the elephant?
What year was
dog
this?
hunter?
This was like 2006.
Oh,
What's
it was
the-
long.
Oh, it was
a while
early.
ago.
It was early.
Yeah.
I bet people were buying you drinks the whole night.
For sure.
right?
I got
D,
But
you
honestly,
didn't
was
have to pay for
the
a
music
drink.
good?
the music was good. The music
Music's
was really
always
good.
That's probably
music
80s
is
or
always-
I ain't gonna lie, like
Shit.
the music was on point.
Yeah.
But do they get offended if you're straight and you're hanging out there, or they cool with that shit?
Nah,
What was your
I think they
excuse?
were
Like,
cool.
hey, Daddy.
I was like, hey, I'm here with a friend. Like, and they were still like kind of like doing this,
We
rubbing
can
my
all be
shoulder,
friends.
rubbing my shoulder a little bit, trying to like get me like to be cool. And I was like,
Loosen
yo, it's
up.
cool. Like, that ain't me. Like, but I'm gonna still have a good time, and it's whatever.
Did you
But I
dance
just-
at all or no?
Like at the bar, just kind of like
Yo, at the
I
end
didn't
of the night, D was drunk.
I didn't hit the dance
fucking-
floor or nothing, but I was at the bar, just like sipping my.
Yo,
drink,
this is a good
chilling,
record.
like-
You know, D, like, oh, I remember this song.
You know what? I don't blame your friend though, because if I had to take anyone, like I could imagine being like, you know what? I'm gonna just take D, and
Yeah.
he'll be fine.
Yeah, and I was, and I didn't want to. I feel like he had already had a hard enough time, like coming out and telling the people he loved his situation. I didn't want to make it worse by abandoning him. You know what I'm saying?
That would have been fucked up.
Yeah, so I was like, let me thug it out and like really just be there for him, let him have a good
Because
time.
never would have left.
That's not true.
You would have left.
No, I feel like you would
ASAP.
have never.
I would have hung out. I would have chilled.
Yeah, man.
Never would have had this playing in his head. Like,
Let's wrap this up, dog.
This night sponsored by.
just one drink, just one drink. You would have left like a motherfucker.
No, nah, that's not true. I would have hung out.
Would you have danced too?
Like D, probably like I would have bopped my head. Like,
Bro, you see how you bop your head in those clubs. Jesus.
Yeah, we should probably end this because we're talking about a bunch of shit we don't even know about.
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
But yo, a lot of people passed away
Yeah, within the past 2 weeks, man.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I could start it off. There's, rest in peace, John Madden.
John Madden.
Former NFL player,
like,
sportscaster.
Changed the video games for sports forever.
Yep.
Yeah, legendary voice, man.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Betty White.
Yeah.
She's supposed to turn 100 years old 2 weeks from now, but
Damn, man.
Yeah.
passed
she would
away,
make it.
unfortunately. The legendary actor Sidney Poitier.
Yeah.
I don't know. A lot of young people don't even know who that is.
I watched that movie in high
He
school.
was like the first African American to win a Best Actor award, and you know he was a director. He directed Stir Crazy, the Richard Pryor, Gene Wilder movie.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know that was him on the Union logo.
I didn't know that
silhouette.
either.
I didn't know that either. Yeah,
I thought it was like a dude doing like a kickflip or something like that, but it was him.
Yeah, the Union, the clothing
The
brand.
clothing.
yeah.
Yeah, they used I forgot what movie it was.
Raisin in the Sun.
Yeah,
Was
Raising
you
the
might
Sun,
be
yeah.
you might be able to correct me, Nev, but was he like really the first black actor to have like leading roles in Hollywood?
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
Wasn't he like the first black actor to kiss a white woman or no?
He was that too.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Wow.
Breaking Barriers.
What was the name of the movie? Oh man, Look Who's Coming to.
Yeah,
something
who's
like-
coming to dinner? Yeah.
Yeah, that movie. Yeah, so yeah, he.
Damn, man. I just feel like he paved so much road for like Bill
He
Cosby.
did, man.
and,
Yeah, like growing up in the 70s, like being a kid, growing up in a black household, you had to know who Sidney Poitier was, Harry Belafonte, Bill Cosby, Diane Carroll, and Cicely Tyson. Those are like the 5 major black actors in that generation. So, rest in peace, Sidney Poitier.
It's also like when you see Denzel and the way he carries himself.
Yeah.
It's very
If it-
like Sidney Poitier.
If it wasn't for Sidney Poitier,
No.
there would be no Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
Let's put
And
it
like
that.
and the way he carries himself is
And he
very,
moves,
very
yeah.
much
Yeah.
like it has that elegance and of Sidney Poitier. Yeah.
This past weekend, we lost, I don't know if you guys know, James M2May.
I'm not
Yeah.
familiar.
He was
Juicy.
from the group, yeah, M2May. They did the song Juicy, which Biggie Small sample for,
Yeah.
for, what was it?
For Juicy.
For Juicy, yeah.
Sorry, man.
So many people was like dying. I'm just like, damn. It's like, so yeah, he passed away this weekend. Also passed away was Bob Saget
That one's unexpected.
from Full House.
Full House.
Yeah.
America's
I feel like
Funniest
that's
Videos.
your generation.
I
I
Met Your
I grew up on that show.
Yeah.
Watching
America's Funniest Home Videos.
Yes.
I forgot about that.
He had a podcast. He
Damn.
was so active
Yeah.
even to recent times.
Do you remember when he used to be he used to do a segment on the Today Show? So when I was really young, my mom used to watch this Today Show every morning. He was actually started there. He used to do like
I didn't know that.
He used to do like I think it was political comedy, and he'd do like comedy over there.
Oh, yeah?
And then he got casted for like Full House and
'Cause that
America's
was his- that
Funniest
was-
Home Videos.
Well, his character on Full House was a TV anchor.
And then he got completely rebranded during like the Entourage.
But no, but
right?
no, what
Yeah,
really
Wild
changed
Boy.
him was his cameo in Half Baked. Yo, you hit for weed, I fucking suck dick for crack. And that was surprising to hear Bob Saget say that because he was
It's
like the
late
guy
90s.
from Full House. Yeah, it was like, oh shit. And then come to find out, a lot of his stand-up routine was like that. It was
was
like
nasty.
raw, X-rated, yeah. So,
Crazy. Yo, speaking of comedians and stuff, there's a great documentary series on Showtime. Showtime's killing it with these documentaries.
I know, I saw you post that.
It's on the Comedy Store. Mm-hmm. And I didn't realize it because I recently I was hanging out with Cypher Sounds and we were talking about comedy and shit. But yo, like hearing the history of the Comedy Store, it's pretty insane.
legendary,
It's
yeah, man.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's great though. It's like
All the comedians got their start there.
yeah.
From
Comedy
back
Store.
in those days, yeah.
Where is this again? Comedy Store?
There was a few. There was two, right?
The Comedy Store's in L.A.
But there's one in San Diego as well.
Yeah, it's legendary though.
Yeah.
It's like it's you know.
It was owned by Mitzi Shore, who was Pauly
Pauly
Shore's
Shore's
mother.
mama.
yeah.
Oh wow. Damn.
It's a great fucking
I
documentary.
gotta check
though.
that out. I gotta check
Is that everyone that passed? I hate this.
There was more people that passed. I don't know if you guys know the one of the lead singers from the Force MDs,
I was gonna ask you about that. I forgot
Jesse
his
D.
name.
He
Yeah.
passed away.
Was that the Diesel one?
Nah, that was the skinny dude that used to do the Michael Jackson moves. He passed away last week.
Damn.
And Kango from UTFO, 80s rap group. They
saw
did the
that.
song Roxanne. He passed away as well.
Damn it, man.
Roxanne.
Damn,
I want to
man.
be your man.
R.I.P.
Take
And
care
then,
of yourself out there.
Yeah.
Make sure you do your things. We're out of here,
Wrap it
baby.
up.
Peace.
So wrap it up, B. Wrap that shit up.
This episode of the Road Podcast Brought to you by DJ City
And Beat Source.
and Beat Sorts. Thousands of songs for your selection.
And your downloading pleasure.
If you want to watch more episodes from R.O.A.D Podcast, click either links on the left or the right. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube page and get updated on new uploads throughout the week. Peace.